Hearts.
Hello.
Hello,
What's happening,
everybody.
Shaggers?
Welcome, denizens of common internet, to chaos. Um, that's all I can describe it as. But some people also call it Advanced Dungeons and Intermediate Dragons, our weekly D&D campaign.
What a segue.
where I, your lovely dungeon master, your gracious guidance counselor, your chaotic disaster tour guide, Muxlow, lead these lovely, lovely players through a world that I've lovingly created and will one day end with. Say hello, lovely, lovely players.
Hello,
Hello,
lovely
lovely
players.
Every single person does
Bottoms,
that, man.
all of you.
Every damn spot the neurodivergent.
It's all of us.
Single one.
Every single one of
Um,
us.
Yes, so this is our weekly D&D campaign. We get together every Sunday, whenever we're available, obviously, and we play through this D&D campaign that I am the dungeon master of, taking through. I hope everybody's enjoying, and there's not much else to say beforehand. At this point, we've been running for a few weeks. You can go and catch up on the YouTube channel if you search Advanced Dungeons and Intermediate Dragons on YouTube.
Hold on,
bring
I
up
have a
all.
button for this. Hold on.
Oh,
Oh,
I-
high fucking tech, by the way.
oh no, we're going automatic.
Button.
I am.
Are they fancy?
I'm very excited. So yeah, if you ever want to catch up, you just put the catch up command, and that'll give you the playlist for the actual campaign. So
Cute.
you won't even need a siphon through different. Alaska, I hate you so much. Catch up.
Shut up.
Not
No,
red sauce.
now you have to change it.
No, because I spent about 10 minutes figuring out what command would.
Catch up.
That's how
Fuck
someone from
you.
Northern Ireland says the word ketchup in it. Ketchup.
It's why we fucking say red sauce over here, mates.
No, you
Yeah.
don't fucking say red sauce.
Yep.
Do you really?
Yeah,
We-
of course we
Red
say
We
red
call,
sauce.
What do
call
you
ketchup
call
ketchup?
red
Of course.
What do you call like a pasta then with a red sauce?
A bolognese.
marinara
They're
sauce.
not all
But what if
bolognese.
it's not?
Oh,
Then a marinara.
Marinara.
That's pronounced baloney.
I am sorry, my tobacco shop in town is older than your whole fucking country, so you're not entitled to an opinion right now.
That's true.
Well,
Ketchup?
my vape shop's cleaner than your mother.
Anyway,
You
we're
live
playing
in
Dungeons
Ohio?
and Dragons.
I'm sorry, you live in Ohio?
We're playing
Yeah, it's really saying something, isn't it?
Dungeons
Anyway.
Oh, we
And-
play D&D? Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what we're
Anyway,
here for, right?
Episode 6 will be up tomorrow. As will more TikToks. I know I keep saying this, but I've been very sick this past week, so I have
Yeah, and
not
I've been moving, so I haven't even clipped them. I promise I will.
Yeah, if Kat will clip
We should
them
also-
and I will upload them.
I think
We
you
should
shall
also
do it.
start everybody can make TikToks to send in to be put onto the.
Yeah,
I'll do the script
on the
that I
TikTok.
put in a little while ago, yeah.
yeah.
Where you drag all of us.
Correct.
Yeah, Cass and me will get that one out soon as well. Just I've been really ill the past week to the point where I was convinced it was COVID. Turns out it wasn't COVID. I'm just ill and still am, as you can probably still hear from my voice. But that content will be up.
Yeah.
I promise it will be up there. But yeah, we will get back on the ball. It's just been it's been a few weeks. But yeah, that's
On the ball.
that's all announcements I have, unless Mux has anything further.
I don't have anything to add. I don't believe. As usual, if you go into the chat and you do the !socials, I believe is the command. That will bring up the socials of everybody in the stream. Go follow, go show love.
It's party talk.
Everybody here are wonderful content creators. You'll see them about the internet. You'll see them on Twitter. You'll see Chris in most sex workers' DMs.
That's incredibly true.
Yeah,
Absolute hard facts.
but sex work is valid, and we support it here. And
Don't think it was a comment on sex work, just more a comment on Chris's fucking habits.
yeah,
It was both. It was both. Two birds, one stone.
it was both. But yes, so without further ado, let's get right into the game. Where last we left off, you guys had done a little bit of shopping. There was a little bit of visiting a house of pleasures, where connection
Ooh.
and Kronk made a connection. Sorry, Drazian made a connection and Kronk made a connection. And Lilith made some possible future friends. After which you guys found your way back to the bar, had a little bit of a drink, watched Vite the Fights title defense, which he absolutely destroyed. But everybody did make a little bit of money on the fight. And as the night ended, you gathered your drinks, gathered what food you had left, and returned back to Dale's, which is the kind of, club slash club attached to a hotel kind of thing that you guys are staying in currently.
Deals.
Dale's.
Dale.
As you guys now wake up the next morning, starting with Chris, and I'll say after, I'll say who I want to go next. Chris, what time does Kronk wake up at?
Oh, well, Kronk had a long day. He finished a match, then he finished a match. You know what I mean? So he's waking up probably like 11 a.m. Just a solid sleep-in day for our boy Kronk.
Not a problem. What about Lilith? What time does Lilith wake up at?
She's a nice 9 a.m. riser.
On the dot, okay. What about Drazian?
Assuming no one knocks on his door to pester him earlier in the morning, Drazian's probably up at about 9:30 and then downstairs to get a coffee.
I will say Drazian's going to be a little bit groggy this morning, as through the night you did wake up to the occasional nibble on your cheek or on your ear from a
Geraldine?
warm blue
Hey!
is currently teething. No, not
She
fucking.
just wants
not,
bacon.
not Geraldine.
Geraldine wants bacon?
A little bit bacon, but certainly porkin.
Hey, yo!
More of
This
a
is what it's
breakfast
like to be hated.
sausage person
That's what it's
myself.
like to be hated.
Okay. So Drazian's waking up a little bit groggy, but not with level of exhaustion, just a little bit.
Hence the coffee.
Yeah, hence the coffee, exactly. Speaking of Geraldine, what time do you wake up?
I'll probably be up around the same time as Lilith, because we're sharing a room still, so probably be up around the same time as her.
I'll be put on some, early morning Brittany doing your skincare routine.
I have
Totally.
feelings for that.
Totally. We've summoned some iced coffees.
100%. Yeah, we've got it taken care of.
Iced coffee's and toxic. Dun, 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 dun.
Da-da-da.
We have
Right.
room
Thanks,
service
man.
actually, so
Playing some E-pop on your. 1 second. I actually need to. our electric meter is going off. I need to go fill that up unless we want everything to shut down.
Nope.
So
Have fun.
I'm going to do that very quickly. You guys talk about your character's morning routines. What does your character do to wake up in the morning? And Kyler, tell us what time Kyler wakes up.
Okay. Kyler is sorry. I was just thinking, what's Brittany called in this verse? Is she like Brittany Halberd or something?
Yeah, I mean that's great.
Brittany Polearm. Brittany Javelin.
Brittany Javelin.
Brittany Javelins. I feel like Kyler, like the vapid boy that he is, just sleeps when he's tired. So he wakes up. How late were we out last night? I reckon he gets his good 8 hours. So he probably wakes up around 10 a.m. and proceeds to do some yoga because he's been kind of neglecting the physical aspect of things. So what time did you say Kronk was getting up? Like 11:30? Kronk is probably treated to Kyler doing the coral pose, which is just the tree pose, really. Like in the room with like just like a chainmail like mankini on, just like that.
Chainmail, not denim.
Chainmail, not denim. No, denim is the overlayer. It's too rough on the skin, whereas chainmail
Is not rough on the skin.
It's not
Jesus
at all.
Crustacean, make it make sense.
Jesus Crustacean, make sense. No, he's got he's dressed. He's dressed. I was joking. He's dressed.
Don't
And
lie.
his with his.
Boy, that's an
with-
edible midriff you got over there, mate.
Well, I feel like Kyler is a naked yoga person.
He
Yeah.
is, but like not. I think right. This is my explanation for it. Is that he would be in the morning like underwater, but like because like land walkers, they're a bit more conservative about nakedness. He's like, because they tend to sexualize it. So he's like, nah, I'll make sure that I'm wearing.
I'll make sure
something.
that I'm covered and it's like a chainmail loincloth.
Literally like
this'll
it
be
is like
fine.
underwear. It's like hot yoga. Like he's got like no shirt on and like a banyan around his legs.
Good lord.
Yeah, I
feel like Kyler wakes up like a Disney princess. I feel like
he does. His hair is
already
always
smiling, like
Like a bird.
Exactly like that.
yeah.
Tweet.
his hair is like kind of translucent. Like it depends on the light. So like, but it's like always bouncy because of the salt water. So it's always like, and like he wakes up. He's like, that wasn't a great long rest. Which is honestly why I play D&D. The idea of having 8 hours unbroken sleep.
That
It's
reminds
the
me.
fantasy aspect of this game.
That's
Is
the
that,
fantasy
you know,
aspect of this game. I've
Everybody-
definitely smited someone before, but I've never had 8 hours unbroken sleep.
Everybody hit your long rest button, baby.
Hell yeah.
Oh
So-
yeah.
Kronk, when you waking up at 11:30, and Kyler's gonna be like this, gonna be like, "Good morning, sleepyhead. How are you today?"
Oh, I got such a good amount of sleep. How are you doing, little my little yoga choral friend?
Oh, you're aware of yoga. Come on, come
Oh.
join me. Come join me. I
It's-
imagine you're stiff from your fight, and come on.
Oh, I'm quite stiff actually. Yeah, let me go ahead. The bed absolutely just creaks. That's get out of the bed.
Now,
You hear about 30 cracks as I
I
stretch out my back.
I think we should start with your spine. So just bring your arms across your shoulder like this.
All right, you got it.
So Kyler's gonna make his way around Kronk and like throw his arms to get
Woo-woo.
right around and just go with all the strength in his frame, and then just drop him with a thud, like, and the foundations of the building just fucking rock.
Man, you're a lot stronger than I thought you were.
Yeah, it's all about it's about power. Like if you have water coming out of a pipe,
About
right?
drive.
Drive, it's about power.
We stay hungry.
We
To
But
devour.
also devour.
If you have water coming out of a pipe, right, you got to think about the force. Like if it's a wide, low pressure, there's not going to be a lot of force. So let's just begin with some stretches against the wall. Yeah, really work out the shoulders. So you did a lot of over the shoulder throwing. So we
That's
got to make
what
sure
I
that we're
do,
taking
I
care of the joints here, you know?
Oh, absolutely. Got to do some nice little rotations here on the wall. How about some
Absolutely.
squats? We doing some squats today, like keeping me buttocks nice and round for the ladies.
I'll tell you what, we'll do some squats after we've done a full morning's title salutation.
Excellent. Sounds great.
Um,
Sounds
I-
great to me.
As that late morning into early afternoon yoga session is taking place, by this point, the three of you, three others, would have been awake for a couple of hours. 'Cause if this is taking place at about 11, then you guys have been up since 9, half 9.
I've been downstairs having a big feed at this point. I'm having like a full fry up at this point.
An Ulster fry. Square sausage as well. Also, Mux, we did have Kyler crack Kronk's back while you were away, like around the and like
It was
And
quite
like,
aggressive.
rearrange the
the building.
foundation
The
of
building has gone a little bit as he goes. Boom.
Don't come in walking.
So if you have any infrastructure plans for Dales,
Oh,
don't.
let me just get up the individual blueprints that I made for each building.
I'd be
I would
unsurprised.
not doubt it.
Wouldn't be
And the building-
surprised.
The building has to roll a saving throw.
Right? Every time Kronk cracks his back.
Structural integrity roll.
As Kronk is dropped, the floors just crack and he goes into the room below. Like, do you know the Turn Down for What music video?
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
The beginning of Moulin Rouge. He just crashes through the floor.
Oh my god.
Oh, what's this? Oh, is that Ewan McGregor down there?
That's fucking Obi-Wan Kenobi.
That's fucking Obi-Wan.
I've watched that like 30 times.
That was such a good TikTok, dude.
Okay.
But yeah, so if between the time of everybody else waking up and this midday yoga, Drazian's downstairs having, like quite a large feast, early morning feed. How long would you say your like morning routine takes, Drazian?
My morning routine is like get up, have a shower, splash some cold water on my face after I've come out of the shower, dry off, get dressed, pack my shit, go down, get my coffee. That all probably takes about like 20 minutes before I'm downstairs, and then I'm just like chilling with a coffee for about like about half an hour. I'm going through my journal, which I have as a prop, and actually is where I'll write all my notes as well. And Drazian's just like writing in his journal for a bit before having breakfast.
Okay.
And then probably spends about an hour having breakfast before being a bit like really ready to like just get out of there and go and do what everyone needs to do now.
Not a problem. What about the girls? How long would you say your character's morning routines take? This is to see roughly when everybody's like going to be meeting up.
Probably like maybe like 45 minutes till I'm downstairs. I wanted to go out and about, like just on like a walk or something prior to everyone like convening.
Yeah, absolutely. It's taking you guys about 45 minutes. Drazian makes up about half an hour behind you guys. He takes about 25 minutes to get ready. Drazian, upstairs, then you would probably see Lilith sitting enjoying an early morning iced coffee. She herself is only downstairs maybe 5 or 10 minutes. I don't know. Would she be having any breakfast or just what is it? A Russian breakfast, a coffee and a cigarette.
Yeah, pretty much that.
Yeah. Just you see her sitting down with an iced coffee and a cigarette and just enjoying kind of one of the outside tables of Dales that is in its kind of cafe form during the day. Uh, Currently, like as you walk down and only see Lilith, Geraldine is out on her walk. Is there anything you do on your walk? Are you looking for anything, or are you just taking in sights, looking around, enjoying the early morning breeze?
More of that, just like walking around, clearing my head, morning routines type shit, not like out looking for something specific.
Yeah. As you are walking around, there is that lovely kind of fresh water scent that is sweeping in from the lake, and like as the wind carries through the valley, uh, and the lake that Agolane is built on top of. Um, it's a bright sunny day, and the sun is like bouncing off of the water and kind of reflecting all across the sides of the buildings. As you if you walk along the outside of the city, it's kind of got that water ripple effect as it's glowing on the side of the buildings, and it does refresh you. You look down and you see some aquatic life in the edges of the very like close edge of the shore, and you hear some birds overhead as they fly past, and it's a lovely calm morning walk. Uh, and it'd probably take you about 10 minutes to do a decent like lap walk around, because you don't want to take too long, because you don't know when everybody else is going to get up. You're not that settled into routines yet. uh, so about 10 minutes walking around, and then 10 minutes back. So about 20 minutes later, you're back sitting down with Drazian and Lilith. Drazian at this point is into his coffee and his food. Lilith is maybe gun the cigarette, still finishing the coffee as you're sitting down. If you guys want to have any discussions here, this is your chance to say, oh, I want to talk about this, I want to talk about this. If not, then we'll just skip forward to whenever the yoga bros are going to come downstairs.
Himbos. I think Lilith and I caught up last night on everything, and Drazian is not being as forthcoming with me as he was with Lilith, so I don't think I know to ask anything else. So I'm probably
Okay.
just gonna ask, like, how things generally were last night while I was still at the ring and they were all off fraternizing. So just like general catching up, but I don't think I'm gonna get any information.
Yeah. I'm just gonna be like, oh wow, well I learned a lot about Drazian's particular interests. Turns out it's elderly women.
If you try fighting me for the bookkeeper, I'm gonna kill you.
You can keep your bookkeeper. I was looking strictly for information and someone who's
Yeah, okay.
a little bit older. Is a little bit
Where
more
on her
informed.
were you looking for more information, Drazian?
Just a tramp stamp that is like the history of the world.
Whoop.
Look, where
Oh
I
my
come
God.
from, the best places to find information are brothels, because no one knows what goes on streets the way that courtesans do. They're very highly regarded where I come from, and you would be surprised at the amount of people that just like to have conversation and company. It's not an unusual request.
Oh, I'm not surprised. Just curious, I suppose.
Be curious as you like.
Okay.
You ever been with an elf boy?
That's what it feels like to drive the new Ford F-150.
Has anyone seen Weeds? The show
Yes.
Weeds? I feel like Lilith is just sitting there drinking her iced coffee, like super annoying, like
Liz
The
like
main,
slurping at
like-
the bottom of it.
like
yeah.
like at the bottom of her iced coffee, like holding it like that, like yeah. Absolutely Weeds character-esque.
100%. I'm gonna go ahead and say that there's a little, like, not anything concrete, but there is a little bit of annoyance towards Drazian right now from Geraldine's end.
Okay.
Okay.
And I'm assuming he's not gonna know why.
Is it noticeable? Do I notice it?
I don't know, maybe.
Is it? I suppose you probably like. I mean, it depends. Like, if you're socially aware, you'll notice it. But like, is it enough?
What's
to
your
say
perception?
something? You
Well,
say,
yeah,
like,
is it? Are you gonna
roll an
call it
insight
out?
check.
Like,
Roll an insight check.
Yeah.
Okay.
My passive insight is 14, and my passive perception is 17.
My passive insight is 13. So
So you're sus, but you don't know? Is that
Okay.
how that works?
I mean,
like
she maybe doesn't 100% seem herself. Maybe it's just she's still tired from waking up.
Ugh.
You know,
but I don't get the impression
grumpy
she's
when
annoyed at me.
Fine.
oh,
So-
she
so-
said it.
So I don't get the impression she's annoyed at me.
no, she seems grumpy, but you don't take it to be at you. It's just, everybody's grumpy in the morning.
Okay, yeah, I don't pass comment then.
Okay.
As this now slightly more awkward group sits and has their breakfast.
Hold on a second, is Geraldine jealous? Oh my god, is Geraldine jealous?
No.
As this now slightly more awkward encounter happens with what form is Malort in currently, Lilith?
oh, that's a good question. I feel like we're not really traveling yet, so I still kind of have Malort as like my earring, like so he's a spider. So I have my one
Okay.
spider earring and I have like my Malort spider
Yeah.
that looks like my other earring. Yeah.
Okay.
He'll travel in a
Oh.
different form, but since we haven't really started traveling yet, I'll keep
Yeah.
him there.
This is his recon form.
Uh-huh.
Okay, as that is kind of going on, and you, Lilith, as this is like going, as that kind of encounter between those two is going on, you do even feel Malort kind of tense up a little bit.
Yeah.
Malort feeling the like awkwardness of ooh.
It's like kind of poking at my ear. And I'm just
Yeah.
sitting there with a shit-eating grin with my iced coffee, like,
The Kermit teaming.
mhm.
And about 1 hour, 1.5 hours later, the two boys come down the himbos, and
Lots.
Tyler looking, refreshed, energetic, loose. He's ready for the day. Kronk looking like somebody punched a banana, just beaten black and blue. But not from the fight, from whatever contortionist positions Kyler has put Kronk into.
I thought you
There was,
meant it was from the brothel.
and very possibly. You don't know where these bruises have come from. You just see that Kronk is covered in bruises. And the group is now all together at the breakfast table. At this point, it's just past noon. There are a few people on the streets walking past as you guys sit on this outside, what is the name?
Dales?
Patio.
Oh, right.
This outside patio area. Deals.
I thought that's what you meant too.
I thought you meant Dales.
No.
Like, veranda.
Yeah, veranda, that kind of thing. And as you're sitting there, people are walking past, you're getting the now kind of warmer midday sun beating down on top of you. And the rest of the day, you guys need to do. There's a few things that you guys have to go and pick up today. If anybody wants to do any last minute shopping, and then you've been asked either at the end of today or first thing tomorrow to start heading out on your journey. So
We're going
this is
on a mission. That's
I'm going
Kyler.
on an adventure.
Kyler's like, let's go. Yeah,
we
let's
have to
go.
go pick up your trident, don't we?
Oh, don't worry. I'm picking her up. It's fine. Like, let's go. Like, what are we waiting for? Like, we can.
So all 5 of us are like down and ready to go now.
Yeah,
I
her
want to
name
tap
is
out some
Trina.
bandits.
What'd you say, Max?
Her name is Trina.
Her name is Trina the Trident, and she's wonderful.
Good lord. Alright.
Um,
Well, if we're all downstairs and ready to go, I think I'm just gonna go and assume
Okay.
everyone will follow.
Yeah, I'm going as well.
Kyler's
So
gonna
where
leap
we're
out
going
onto the
to
street.
Cold House of Fashion, Runedars, or Deepstone Armory?
Deepstone Armory. Want the Trident back. Right away.
Okay.
It's been too long.
From Gales, it's about a 15-minute walk to the Deepstone Armory. Again, you go past, you go through the castle churches, and as you're kind of ducking and diving through these slightly smaller streets, you eventually get to the kind of maybe only fits about 3 people shoulder to shoulder. It's sized like lane. 3 normal sized humanoids, 1 Kronk and a gnome, shoulder to shoulder, or shoulder to kneecap. That would be. But it's this kind of like little cobbled lane with the swinging sign of Deepstone's Armory, and you can hear and see once again that pluming, multicolored smoke rising from the building, and you can hear inside the hammering of steel on steel. As
I
you
am.
open...
Oh.
Oh no, go ahead.
Kyler bursts in again, and swings the door open again and goes, "I am here for my darling," and just looks around to find the trident. It's been away for an evening. It's been too long at this point, Desperate to see her.
As you swing open and say that, there are 2 people in the store. One who you do recognize is the wife of Laia Deepstone, who is the owner of this property, and another who you don't recognize, a fairly tall human, slightly portly, kind of got a bit of a tummy on him. He's wearing this long grey robe, long grey cloak, and underneath it you can roughly see the outline of a shield. He's picking up from the table an axe as you kind of enter in and shout and proclaim your entrance. He kind of turns around and looks at you and looks back to the teller and looks at you, rolls his eyes, places down some coin, whispers something to the shop teller, and then walks his way out past you. And as he walks his way out past you, you notice on the right-hand side of his face, might be left for stream, but for me it's the right-hand side. It looks to be almost like a thorn and vine-esque branding into the side of his face.
Do I recognize it?
Do I recognize it?
Go ahead and roll a history check.
Do
Fuck it, I'll
I
do it as well.
recognize it?
Let's
Yeah,
roll.
bad.
'Cause I'm right there, you know what I mean?
That's a 5, so probably not.
I have a -2, and I also rolled a 5.
Oh, I rolled a 5 too.
I rolled a
Gang,
14.
gang.
I'll see what Cat rolls first.
Oh, I was a
and then-
13. Sorry.
Oh, 13, okay.
Yeah.
The guys, none of you recognize this. The girls, both of you recognize it as it's a tribal thing. There's tribes that are mainly nomadic, that travel in some of the unclaimed territories that are currently still within the world. You don't specifically know which tribe this designates, but you do recognize it as kind of a symbol of that culture. But again, as he walks past, the only thing you see is this large kind of branding into the side of his face. And as he looks down at all of you, he kind of he very faintly glazes over each of you. He stops for a moment as he looks up at Kronk, who is much taller than him, and then shakes his head and continues on his path.
Can I pass comment as he walks past and just go,
Yep.
sick fucking tat, Landwalker, and just kind of like nod, like, yeah, that's cool.
As he's walking past and you do this, he stops for a second. He doesn't look at you. You can see he's still kind of like looking ahead. His eyes look to the floor for a second. He clenches his jaw and he just continues his walk.
I figured as much, yeah.
But now you're left with the purple, the purple-skinned, kind of light bluish tiefling who sits across the desk and sees all of you.
What was the race of the guy with the? It was you said rose and thorn kind of branding.
Vine and thorn.
Vine.
He was
So
human, right?
it looks kind of like like a blackberry bush bramble,
Yeah.
like very twisted and curled with like sharp points sticking out, and it goes from beside his right eye and follows the curvature of his face down to just below the center of his cheek.
What race was he?
Human.
Okay.
Well, he was rude. Anyway, yes, hello. You might remember me, Kyler. How are you gonna forget? Myself and the brooding one. We put our weapons here to be facilitated by your wonderful establishment. We have the rest of your coinage, and we would like our weapons returned post haste. Please.
I lean down to Geraldine and go, which one's the brooding one?
I'm gonna like lean back towards him and go, just watch. You'll know.
As she kind of leans over on the desk and she goes, "You're back with more companions, and I must say, saying the brooding one is rather confusing whenever you've got two that look like they've been kicked in the face by a donkey, one that looks like he's been kicked all over his body by a donkey, and
I was doing yoga. Come on now.
He's
of
talking
course.
about me.
Yes, the male brooding one.
Oh, okay. So brooding, not scary. I understand.
then I believe if we have it here," and she takes out the kind of transaction book and she flicks through it. It was one trident with a recall property to be added.
Indeed.
And for you,
It was the Avum Steel Blade.
the Avum Steel Blade, you wish to make it slightly stronger, and if possible, to add a modicum of lightning damage. Was it?
Correct.
Yes. Let's see. Okay. Yes, they were both done with no issues. Unfortunately, as I believe my wife did inform you, Avon Steel doesn't necessarily take the best to enchanting. It's strong, but it doesn't retain the most mana magic conductivity properties. So it's not my best work, but we did manage to add a small amount of lightning properties to it. As for your trident, that was completed without issue. Your trident now has a recalling property that, as long as you stay within a reasonable distance, you will be able to call the trident back to you, roughly 100, maybe just over 100 feet. As long as you stay within that distance, you should be able to call it back without issue.
Without any issue? Cool. Will it be able to drag weight, do you reckon? Or is that maybe...
Try it on
maybe
me.
too much?
Oh, try it on me. Try it on me. Try it on me.
I mean, it depends on how well you pierce
Kyler.
the
Kyler.
Your
Kyler, try it
trident
on me.
small forks at the on the
Kyler, try it on me.
exterior. So if
Kinda-
you pierce them enough, I'm
Kyler,
sure
try
you
it on
could
me.
Gonna
drag it a small
elbow
distance.
Kronk.
Ow! Oh, I got a bruise there from my doggy style pose I did. Wait,
I'm gonna
downward
look-
facing
I'm gonna
dog.
look up
That's
at
my
you
bad. That's
and
my
say,
bad.
Just look
I
like
don't want to know.
My downward facing catfish. Dogfish.
Yeah,
Oh,
dog-
forgive me.
Now we're facing
Pufferfish.
That's from the reverse cow steer. Oh no!
fish.
Awesome. Cool. If you get anything in from under the sea, from the vents or from the cold fires, I could see myself, maybe moving up to a more powerful trident at some point. But for now, I'm just glad to have her back. We go way back. She was my first, and you know how it is with your first, right?
Yeah, it hurts a
I'm
I'm
lot.
gonna make dead eye contact with Lilith and say I'm gonna mouth what the fuck is going on today?
Why are they all so horny?
What is
Kyle is not. That's
what is going on?
He's completely genuine.
I mean, I'm literally just looking. I'm like, Kyler didn't go to the brothel last night, so I don't know.
Awesome. Thank you. We're going on an adventure today, and I'm so excited. Woo! I'm just like pushes Drazian forward to get his things back. Just goes right with the shoulder, go get your things. Go.
Drazian, you do step forward, and as you kind of do, she goes, "I don't have the items right here. I need to go into the forge to get them. 1 moment." And as she stands up, you see today she's wearing this long, flowing kind of red and satin mixed kind of robe with these gold and purple trimmings that reach across her shoulders and down into a connected the dress itself splits into 5 rings that are connected to each of her fingers, and each ring is like a vibrant different color, and as she opens the door and goes into the forge, you're left in the room for maybe about 2 minutes while she's doing other things, at which point, as you are kind of all waiting around, some of you maybe look around the store, see some of the different items. Maybe some of you just stand still and kind of count the seconds. But after those 2 minutes, she returns. She's 2 wrapped items. So the items are wrapped in a very fine kind of dark cloth. She places the smaller of the 2 items down in front of you, Drazian, and goes, "An Avon Lightning Steel Sword. That is, as I said, the best we can do with Avon Steel. We have worked with it before, but we didn't want to risk pushing the boundaries, knowing that we couldn't replace it. However, we believe it will do what we hope it can do. So,
Do I need to
You
add
know-
that to my inventory or?
yes, I'm about to add it here for you.
Cool.
Well, like you could let me finish making this item, and then you can search it up and add it. There we go. That should be it. Just look up Avon Lightning Steel Sword, and it should be right there. As you open it, it is in fact your kind of, ceremonial sword
Mhm.
that is there. In all of its, familiar shape to you. The only difference now is that you do notice along the edges, in very small, fine writing, what appears to be a regional dialect of Elvish.
Mhm.
Is like the rune language that reaches across the outside. And from what you can roughly understand, because it is a regional dialect, it's almost like a holy blessing the blade with lightning and strength, and to shock and slice the foes that it comes into contact with.
Cool.
The other much larger wrapped item is handed to you, Kyler. As the item is handed to you, you feel that familiar weight of your trident in your hands. It does feel slightly strange because it's like wrapped in cloth, but the moment you unwrap it, it is there. It is back to normal. It is your baby. And again, the only difference is very small, minuscule writing. They have made an effort though to hide it on the underside of the trident, on the underside of the spear pieces. But it is once again that kind of regional Elvish dialect.
Oh, I can read that. I can read that as well. Hell yeah.
Then yeah, you see that it's a kind of a call to return home and to return to the source of strength, which you assume at this point is you.
Can I make a mechanical question? Just like about the mechanics of the item, because like it's like I don't know if it's customary or anything, but like is recalling to hand like a bonus action or is it an action?
Yes. So if you look up Trident of Recall,
Inventory, manage inventory, add items.
Yep.
Trident of, is it returning?
Trident of Returning, yes.
Weapon trident. Yep, cool.
So yeah, with if it's thrown, as long as it's within 120 feet of you, you can call it back to your hand without issue.
Awesome stuff. Let me just clip that and then remove my old one.
This does also mean that, unfortunately, I've provided Kyler with a new game of
Boomerang?
if I throw this trident off a cliff, how close to the range of this returning spell can I get it?
And then go in and swim after it. Like, oh.
Yeah, exactly.
And then,
Until you're within range.
oh, and I also get +1. Hell yeah. To attack rolls and damage rolls. Woohoo!
Even Lightning Steel should also have that, a +1 to attack and damage.
Feels good, me.
I believe so. Yeah, so mine is now, it's a 1d8 +2 plus a 1d6 lightning damage. But it's 1d10 +2 if I'm using it versatile.
Yeah. Okay, no problem.
Technical question, Mux. You see because obviously I can use cantrips as bonus actions, could I like use a cantrip and then in the same turn use that sword two-handed?
Yes, because you're not taking out a different weapon.
Okay, sweet. So I can essentially always use that versatile property, basically.
Yeah, yeah,
Betching.
pretty
Sweet.
much. So with that, I believe that is everything everybody came for. Also, Kat, I did add your items that you got from here to your inventory.
Cool.
You should have a piercing flute and a singing chakram.
A singing chalkboard?
Chakram.
Where
Oh,
does that
chakra.
show up?
It'll be in your inventory.
You might need to reload your page.
Yeah, I just did. There it is. I also got a pair of gloves with some magical property at one of the other stores, but I didn't write it down anywhere. Do you remember what those were?
Off the top of my head, I know which session we did that, so I'll have to go I'll have to go back and watch the.
Okay, I mean I can do that too. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
I literally did not make a mark of it anywhere.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and put those two things in my bag of holding. Just in
That's
case.
absolutely fine. I don't believe then. I don't think Lilith got anything here, and I know Kronk didn't because Kronk was out.
Kronk wasn't here.
Kronk was signing up for his fight club.
Signing on.
Yeah.
Does this shop interest Kronk at all, or is this like, oh, weapons, how uncouth?
So uncivilized.
There's something that I might chat with you later about, Mux, but as of right now, no.
Okay. Then for the benefit of that, like just in case, if there's nothing else that anybody would like to do here, is everybody going to leave the shop, or would anybody like to ask? Oh, can you do this? Do you guys have this? Blah blah blah.
I want to talk to the keeper after everyone's gone.
Okay. Anybody else do anything?
Kyle's just gonna say like, thank you so much. I'm really excited. You have performed a sacred duty, and for that, I will pray for you before this evening's meal. So thank you.
Very welcome, and thank you for doing such a thing. I'm aware that in your religion, that is one of the most gracious acts that you can do for an individual. And while I may not believe in or worship the deep ones, I appreciate your concern for me to pray to them for my wellness.
He's gonna go, and then leave.
Before I leave, I turn to the shopkeeper. I'm like, same as well for myself. I know Avon Steel is not easy to work with. She won't believe the difficulty I've had trying to find a blacksmith and an enchanter that can actually do anything with it, never mind reinforce it and add an enchantment onto it. So I appreciate it. Thank you.
I have heard tales of one.
Is that so? You don't know where I might find this individual, do you?
Unfortunately, no. From what I've heard, they're more of a sort of traveling blacksmith. They look for whatever they can get their hands on in different areas, and once they find it, they buy as much of it as they can and they work on it.
Do you have a name?
Unfortunately. The only thing I know him by is the Steelsmith.
Steelsmith, okay.
Whether he's real or not, it's more of a legend that my wife likes to talk about, hoping that he would one day come to our shop for the steel we may have, and that she could, try and build a dagger that could outmatch his, and a blacksmith's fairy tale, if you will.
I know the sorts. Nevertheless, it's good information to have. Thank you. And then I just give him an extra 2 gold, as well, just as a thanks for the free information, essentially.
For how much
Yeah.
you paid for the weapons, is 2 gold not quite insulting? That's like.
It was more like a bit of information rather than
Oh, right,
actual
okay.
craft
I thought it was
work,
like a
so-
tip for the weapon. Good
No.
at tip. Like, don't you like need to do like 20%?
But as everybody else leaves, Kat, you see as Kronk kind of like hovers around the door as well, and then looks at you and goes, "Ooh," and like heads out. So now it's just you and the shopkeeper in the store.
Okay, great. I wanted to inquire about an apprenticeship of enchanting.
For yourself or one of your companions?
For myself.
I can't say I've ever taken on an apprentice. I'm good, but I'm maybe only 10 or 15 years into the practice myself. I would be willing to teach you what I know, but I can't say that I would be the most enlightening or the most patient of teachers.
That's
But
fine. Just an introduction would be enough.
I can certainly show you the basics. Teach you how to compose runic circles and in what order you should maintain the languages of which you are applying such enchantments. I'll do what I can, and if that's good enough for you, then I would happily take you on.
Great. Would love.
The way that you and your companions are preparing, I would say that you'll be leaving the city for a while. So I live here, so that's not going to be an issue. I won't be going anywhere anytime soon. And once you have whatever you may be heading out for, return here and we shall get started whenever we are available.
Fantastic. I'll be back.
I look forward to it. I will try to work on my patience.
Understood. Is there any materials that perhaps where we're going might be of interest to you? Is there anything you tend to look for that?
Nothing currently, but if you make a habit of traveling outside the city, I very may well call upon that.
Good to know. I'm gonna just sort of gracefully bow out of the conversation without a formal goodbye and just kind of walk out.
As you kind of walk out, before the door even closes, Kronk jumps in again. And Kronk's in there for just under 10 minutes and then jumps back out. And that means that if you want to talk to me about something later, we can retcon it and say that you did it in that time.
Otherwise, it just means I was like
Spoopy.
poking it. I was like poking at the side, and it was going.
Which is entirely plausible.
Mux,
Yeah,
how busy is the street?
This
What a
super busy.
terrifying question.
The sign, Kronk doesn't even need to actually push the sign. The sign is doing that thing where the point of it is slightly shorter than the very top of your head.
I stand on my tiptoes and boop it with my nose.
Yeah, you can do that. You can kind of do the thing where you lower your head slightly and you push the sign back and forth with the top of your skull.
I could just stay here, guys. If you guys are, you guys are moving other places. All right.
This is not a super busy street. There's maybe 2 other people in it, and then they turn off, and then it's an empty street because I know what you're going to do.
Yeah, I want to test out the trident. I want to launch. I want to launch it to its full range.
Test it on me. Test it on me.
Okay, can we do that? Can I throw it like a football and tell Kronk to run after it? Literally javelin it and Kronk to catch it, and then I'll try and recall it. So go. Yep, Kronk, go up the road. Go up the road. Go.
I got it.
Oh,
Okay, you ready?
I got it.
Ready? You ready?
So long, Kronk.
I got it. I'm very long. At least 100 feet I am.
And then
Right.
launches it.
I'm going to get Kyler to roll a dex. It's up to you. If you can either roll a ranged attack roll or just a flat dexterity check.
I'll take the ranged attack roll because that's a +6, whereas a dexterity check's a +2.
And Kronk, I need you to do an athletics check to see if you can keep up with this trident being thrown.
It's a 14.
Sure.
Okay.
I do get advantage on athletics, and that's a nat 20 on my second one.
You want to do it again
You-
just in case you can get better?
No, I got
I was-
15 and a nat 20.
As you feel it, it doesn't like take the arc that you hoped it would. It's still a nice arc, but it's not like the perfect 45 degrees. It kind of goes slightly higher than you had planned. But Kronk keeps up with it with no issue, jumps into the air, and kind of like a dog with a frisbee. Does Kronk catch it with his hands in his mouth?
If he catches it with a mouth, he's going to be missing teeth. I will say that
Yeah,
by the time I recall it.
I think Kronk's kind of a dummy, but I also think Kronk knows enough not to catch the thing that might go really fast back to Kyler's hands in his mouth. So Kronk, as much as I want to say that, Kronk does catch it with his hands.
Okay.
Maybe like a twirling one-handed cool catch, but like in his hands.
As Kronk jumps up and grabs onto it, much like kind of doing like just a general lift on a weight bar, and you activate the recall, the trident flips, so the point is heading back towards you. And as he does that, Kronk gets like a mid-air cartwheel,
Oh, Kyler!
dragged back. But
I'm-
as what were you saying?
No, go ahead.
As the trident gets within about 10 feet of you, all momentum stops and it turns upright, and Kronk is now kind of like holding on to it like a floating stripper pole. As it slowly guides itself back to your hand.
Ah,
I'm going to
Trina.
make slow eye contact with Lilith yet again. And we're just gonna keep walking.
Kyler's gonna like high five, like take the trident and then like high five Kronk and then like try and do the up to your feet. Do I need to make a strength check for that? Because he's a size. Is he a size larger? Do I have to make a strength check on that?
He's not a size larger, but does Kronk stay like floppy, or do you?
Are you gonna help? Are you gonna like help me pull you up? Or
I'm not
you
gonna
Dead
dead weight.
weight?
I'm not gonna dead weight.
You're gonna
I come
okay.
up with it. I'm hyped. That was awesome. You know.
Well,
that was awesome. I would do it again if you wanted me to. That was great.
Oh, maybe
attach
later.
something
Maybe later.
to it, ride it.
This is how we play fetch in the group.
We could like
Yeah.
we could actually get someone out of a sticky situation. Like throw it. That's 120 feet of movement on a bonus action.
On a Goliath, like me, Lilith, or Drazian will like get flung back.
Get fucking ragdolled.
It's 120 feet returnable. That doesn't mean you can throw it that far.
Oh, I can 100%.
If you're trying to throw it any further than, I'm going to say 30 feet, or no, I'm going to say 60 feet. If you're trying to throw it any further than 60 feet, you're going to be rolling a strength check to like really put your back into it.
Okay. Okay. I
I'll
mean, it
tell
might
you
never
what.
come up. It might never come up, but like, I was
I'll tell you
quick
what.
getaway.
You combine that with Kronk's teleport cape. We got some distance real quick if we need it.
This is
All
like
I'm
a
saying.
fucking JoJo power
Yeah.
set, man.
Teleport 500 feet in the air, throw the javelin, and then land back on the ground and just watch the javelin go.
It's like artillery at that point. Like,
Superhero pose, superhero landing at that point, right?
So with that, where are you guys off to next? You've done the shopping that you need, picked up everything you need in Deepstones. There is Rundar's, Cold House of Fashion, and any of the many other stores that I have within the city.
Is there any utility potion style stores where like we can get some just general questing materials.
Now
It doesn't have to be a whole shopping experience. I can just like send you what I'm looking for if that's easier.
general stores where you can just kind of grab basic things.
Yeah.
Like fantasy Walmart kind of thing.
Big Tesco.
Yeah, like if I would just want like,
Big
ink, leather, like, just like casual like goods that I might need on a quest. Or like rope, climbing things, like shit like that. Like
Oh,
health
yeah,
pots.
Yeah, you can easily find those in most places. If you're looking for like very specific, oh, I want like a shop so I can see what crazy potions there is. That's a different. That's part of a different feather. But if you're just looking for general things, there
Yeah.
are kind of adventuring slash normal general stores in and around the place.
Okay,
And
I'm gonna go to
a lot of them are just like Walmart, where like you go into Walmart and maybe see like a toy rack, and there's like Lego and Transformers. There's like a fantasy version of Lego that's kind of built out of like crystals. There's like Owlbear plushies. There's like kids training bikes, but they look like dragons, and the kids like ride the dragons. It is very much that kind of, you walk in and fluorescent lighting is coming down on you, and you go to the hardware aisle to get your rope and you get your tent and that kind of thing.
do you want me to just like kind of send you a loose list of what I'm looking for, and we can just exchange gold? It doesn't need to be like a shopping experience.
Yeah, no problem.
These are minimum wage workers. They're not craftsmen, are they? It's like part timers. Like, do you have any quests for me, man? I just work here. Like,
I sure as fuck do not, my brother.
We got into
I
a
do not get
shop.
paid enough to come up with a quest.
Hey Mux,
Um,
what's minimum wage here? Hey Mux, what's minimum wage here?
Yeah. All,
Do you have a
all
union?
businesses in the
Yeah.
quarterly
Is
union
there a
guide.
workers
Do
union?
you have dental?
They
Don't
even
mention it.
have
Don't
red.
mention it. The Walmart explodes.
There's just nothing left.
So just for like a comparison for like generally how kind of rich you guys currently are, 1,000 gold is like 6 months' work for like a minimum wage worker. So you guys basically have like at least like half a year's worth of, I could get like a small apartment, like a 1-bedroom apartment, and live comfortably for like half a year.
Wait.
So I'm
I don't know how-
Elon Musking it, right?
Yeah, I don't
what
know
you're
how I feel
saying
about
is
this.
Geraldine is the 1%, and we have to eat
So
the rich.
I'm Elon Musking it, like as hard
Oh
as
no!
possible.
I guess I have to eat the rich.
Oh.
That was
Geraldine is
threatening.
Geraldine is, if not 1%ing it, is like 2%ing it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The
Is there an
whole milk
apartheid?
over
Is
here.
there an apartheid emerald mine? Like, is that what we're hearing?
I didn't go that deep into the lore.
Well,
Here's all the racial crimes that have ever been committed in Miltennium. Jesus.
Jesus Christ.
Oh,
Geraldine's father was actually a minister for the Church of South. No, I can't.
Mux, where are we right now? Have we gone into
Where are we,
the shop?
Mux? Where are we?
we've left the blacksmith,
Yeah, we've left the
and
blacksmith.
I'm gonna
Yeah, about
go.
this close to the line, I think, is where we...
I'm gonna go to like a general convenience store, just like get like health pots, some like rations, like shit like that, just in case, and like kind of like load up a bag of holding.
A fantasy Tesco, yeah.
I'm just gonna be a little bit of the mom friend and collecting everything in my purse.
Do we, Mux, a really important question. In Agalane, is there a big Tesco?
Of course there is a big Tesco in Agalane.
Yes.
So when Geraldine goes in, is she gonna have like a cart, and all of us are gonna be sneaking things into the cart while she's not looking? Like,
Wait, are you guys gonna come to the general? I was just gonna like go pick up stuff.
Yeah,
and,
like,
not make it a thing.
we can make this a shopping experience of like
We don't have
Geraldine
to,
trying to
but-
herd cats in a supermarket.
Like I feel
Oh,
like
this is
like
gonna
just
take so
it's gonna
long.
take so long,
Yeah,
so
no.
it's
Okay.
okay.
No, because if that's gonna happen, it's gonna be you have a minute and a half to get whatever you
It's gonna
want
be like the
and
beginning
put
of
it in the cart, and that is it. And then you all have to walk out of the store. That's all you get.
Yeah, can I literally just go in, like, grab a couple of health potions, and then can Drazian go off and do something while the rest of them are still fucking around in the general store?
Can I wait?
Yeah.
Make a stealth check. Get away from me without me seeing, because I'm gonna come with you if you don't. I'm gonna be like, yeah, let's go. Let's go.
Right. So, okay. There is if you guys, Geraldine, if you want to send me the shopping list of what you want to
Yeah.
get, I'll send you the price. Drazian, how many health potions are you grabbing?
Do
In
we
a
all-
store like this, they only have base level. They don't have any specialty
Right,
stuff.
so it's just base level health potions. They're
Yeah,
okay.
so it's 1d4 plus 4.
1d4
or
plus
1d4.
4. And how much does each one go for?
25 gold.
I'm just gonna get 2.
I'll get
Okay.
2 also.
Yeah, 2.
If you all want to grab 2, go ahead. It's 50 gold off, and it's 2 potions of healing. Not supreme, not greater, just 2 potions of healing.
2d4 plus 2. That one.
Yeah.
Cool. There we go.
And then, as I said, I'll read out. I'll like look at your shopping list, Geraldine, and I'll figure out a price if we take a break. If not, I'll figure it out after session. Is there any other general goods that you guys are looking for? Rope, bag of marbles, like any common items?
Iron breath.
They'll be in my list for me
Okay.
anyway.
Not a bother. In that case, as you guys all head out of the big Tesco, this, I'm going down the road to go into the big Tesco. We'll have to send that into the group chat so you guys understand the meme.
Yeah, I have no idea what that is.
What's the health potion
Uh,
called?
Potion of healing.
And just a potion of healing.
Why can't I find that? Okay.
You might need to unclick magical.
I'll find it.
Yeah.
It's
No
add items. It should just be at the top. If you just search potion, it'll be like
If
the
you can't
second
get it by
option.
the end of the session, just let me know and I'll do it for you.
Oh, I got it. I got it.
Not a problem. So in that case, heading out of the big Tesco, what's next on your list? I know that Drazian wants to go back to the Cold House of Fashion for a
Yeah.
certain coat.
I want to do that, but at one stage when the rest of the group are kind of preoccupied with like maybe going to another place, I want to slip away and go and do something.
Okay. Pardon me. Okay, then if nobody else is preoccupied, is everybody going to accompany Drazian on his trip to the Cold House of Fashion?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want canonically Kronk to say she when Tracy picks up his jacket for sure.
This will also be Kronk's first time seeing the big elephant.
The what?
Obviously, you've
The
seen
big
like
elephant
you've
in
seen
the
lots
room.
of things before, but this particular merchant.
You've been lights at a
Oh,
China
cool.
shop.
Did they find that offensive? The elephant in the room? Like, is that kind of not okay to say?
Is it like a racialized term here? Like
Not if you have 8 charisma.
Not if you have plus 40 or charisma.
So yikes. I have just looked, and there is a there's a in this name generator I have. There's Saint Finian is one it give me, which is one that only the Irish and Catholics among us will know. Um, but
Chucky Arla.
in any case, yet off to the Cold House of Fashion, where Merrick Cold is still, uh, uh, even at this point in the day, is kind of going around fixing a lot of the kind of store dummies, putting clothes onto them, fixing it up, making sure everything looks nice. As you walk into the rather expensive looking building, the Loxodon, who's today wearing this green and gold patterned, like a long kind of dress robe, as he turns around and he looks at all of you and he goes, "Oh, hello there. Welcome back to the welcome back to the store. I didn't expect to see you all back so soon. What can I do for you?"
Yeah, I'm as surprised as you are, believe me, but I have come to purchase that rather nice coat that we discussed. Assuming it's not been surprisingly taken.
Oh, can you imagine?
Oh,
Oh, I
the hunter's
fucking
coat.
wish.
Yeah, the hunter's coat.
No, I'm afraid it was no.
Mux, I will pay you so much right now.
What if our first mission was to go find the person that took it and like
Murder them?
get it?
Murder them, yeah.
We don't
uh-huh.
have to murder them.
Yes, we
Yeah,
do.
we do.
Yes,
Yeah.
we do.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
we're
alright.
gonna
Christine
go
and Lilith
beat up-
on the same page. Yeah, it's
Yes.
murder only.
Are we gonna go beat up scalpers, like people who bought all the PS5s and just
Right?
That would
Honestly,
be.
a mood.
sell them at retail value?
Kronk doesn't usually lethal.
Once I'm done
legally
murdering
hit
shitty
people that
men,
way.
I'll go after the scalpers next.
Yes.
I think a lot of them are also shitty, man. To be fair.
Yeah, so it's
It
fine.
never
works.
ends, does it?
That
It never
Venn
ends.
diagram is a circle, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. But okay. That as you kind of say that you're here to buy this, he walks into the back and he once again brings out this heavy black and red leather duster. Reaches just above where your calf would be. It looks like dirty, but like almost artificially dirty. Like it
Yeah.
is designed to look this way. Like it looks slightly beaten and worn. And as he hands it over to you, that's 4,200 gold pieces.
Okay, I hand him over 4,200 gold. I have exactly 400 gold left.
As he takes it,
God.
from you, he nods deeply and he goes, "I think you're going to look stunning, covered in the blood of your enemies."
Well, thank you. That's the best compliment I've had in a long time.
So you now can add a hunter's coat to your inventory.
Yo.
Does it have any stats, or is it just good looking?
Oh, shit.
If you damage an enemy that doesn't have all of its hit points, you can expend one of its 3 charges in order to deal 1d10 necrotic damage.
Oh my goodness!
So purely, it's just like, oh, you've had a headache for a couple of days, die.
Jesus.
Like, what you stubbed your toe? Yeah, here's the force of death. It's kind of crazy. As you get like higher into levels, though, it just becomes like a relatively normal item. Early game, it's quite powerful. But yes, so with that, is there anything else that anybody would like to buy while they're here in the Cold House of Fashion? Once again, a first for Kronk. If there's anything in this kind of shop that would interest you, there's a lot of like, it's robes, fine clothing, gloves. There's like necklaces. There's some jewelry here and there.
Necklaces and jewelry, huh? Is there like Kronk likes things that might have an impact on like history or animal handling or jewel crafting, and then has a small interest in wild magic. So if he sees any of that on like a price tag, then potentially. Otherwise, he's not going to ask about it. He's rowdy to get on an adventure.
I will
Yeah,
be
me too.
prestidigitating any wild magic fields I fucking find, so Kronk cannot get to them. That is just gonna be an entire episode of Kronk going fucking wild with whatever you roll on that crazy list.
I was looking at that list the other day. Phoo-wee.
Sheesh.
There, you don't see anything displayed like that. Most of the items seem to be purely kind of it has like minor effects like it'll make your skin like a slightly bronzer color. It's a ring that you put on and you have a tan. There are like necklaces that make you slightly more likable. Different.
Well, I don't need that. I'm already the most likable guy in town.
God damn it, Sassy.
Press the button that says here's 10 extra charisma with no downsides. I'm okay.
No, I'm
Uh,
totally fine. I don't even know what a charisma is anyway.
Charisma.
Christ.
Isn't that a
Is that
Italian
that-
sausage?
Right.
No, you think it's something else. It's that starter Pokemon, I think. It's charisma.
Charisma, I hardly know ya.
Goodbye.
Pufferfish? I hardly know her fish. Um,
I was
God.
drinking.
This Alaska,
I'm
I think, has
Alaskan,
wine
I'm
coming out of her
both
nose.
Anyway,
but yeah, no, there's
Okay,
unfortunately
fine.
nothing of that regard that catches your eye.
All right. Is that due to the out of character? Is it because of the prestidigitation or no?
Pardon?
Is it because of that prestidigitation or no?
I mean,
No,
we have to
many-
run into one.
There's
Alright.
nothing like that here.
All right, the car's cool.
You do notice and this would probably only appeal to Kronk. There's this kind of like black satin pouch that's slightly bigger than the size of your palm, and it's emblazoned with this like very fancy P, just like the letter P. And
Biscuit.
that's
What's inside this little pouch here?
oh, that's a rather strange item that I got from a fellow who had a certain admirability towards root vegetables.
What's it? Help me garden? What is it?
You see he picks up the pouch, opens it, and turns it upside down, and a single potato falls out. Then he closes it again, and he opens it again, and another potato falls out.
Okay.
Wow,
All
Mux,
right.
the Irish character has potatoes.
All
God
right.
Say,
How many charges that thing have? How many? Can you just use that infinitely?
I can't say I've tested to the limits of its capabilities. But I have used it before to provide myself with a nice potato soup. So
I gotta be honest with you. I'm incredibly interested in the potato thing you're holding in front of you. How much
it's
is
only
that
two.
potato?
It's only 2 gold. It's creating potatoes is the only thing it can do.
All right, I'm gonna bargain with you here. How about 3 gold? All right, you're all bargaining 4 gold.
I can hear Geraldine and Jerusian just going, Kronk, you dumb motherfucker.
It's so endearing.
All right, 5 gold. It's my final offer.
You drive a hard bargain. I'll do 4 gold.
All right, that sounds good. All right, Please hand me this wonderful potato item. Here is full gold.
Is that an
Yeah.
infinite money glitch? Like,
You now have to now it only you need to like close it and reopen it, but every time you do that, a potato will magically appear within the small small like black satin.
How much
sorry,
can you sell a potato for?
What, like a copper?
have we got like a Ponzi scheme?
Depends on if anyone's buying potatoes and how hungry they are. I mean, you find a rich guy who hasn't eaten in 7 days, you could probably stroke him for about 100 gold.
But we're
Hey,
talking
you
about
know,
the
how much
potatoes,
is a
not
potato?
stroking.
Hey, yo.
Stroking is a slang term for like
I heard what you said.
Leasing, gouging.
You
I
said
heard
what you said.
Pounding.
Is this no shot that this is in inventory anywhere, right?
oh no
This is a Mux
this is-
thing. This is 100%
This is a
a Mux
Mux
thing.
Yeah, this is very much a Mux thing.
All right, I'll add this next to my makeup of conflicting moods. And
possibly
hat
the
kerchief.
most interesting fact of this to Kronk. The potatoes are all completely identical.
They're
They're-
all the same. Where did they come from? Is it a
There's-
plane of
there-
potatoes? I
Like-
don't understand.
If you hold them up beside each other, they look exactly the same.
There's got to be a djinn in here or something. I don't understand it.
What is the
We could make a
science?
lot of batteries with those potatoes.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, when are we gonna need to conduct electricity with these fucking potatoes? Can you tell
we need
Alaska
to
and I
power a
went to
light bulb,
public
yeah.
school?
Yeah, we did.
We absolutely went to
We had
American
to
public
supply
school.
our own potatoes.
A year and a half down the line, you guys are fighting like an ancient kraken, and Kronk just pulls out all the potatoes and makes a giant battery and sticks it into the water and
Wait
sucks
a
it.
minute.
We powered the world's
Um,
largest light bulb.
Yeah.
Okay,
Um,
phone man. What things can I do with several hundred potatoes?
I can help you with that.
Sorry, I didn't quite understand.
It's like, okay, I'll repeat. What things can... No, I heard you. I just don't understand. Where did you get several hundred potatoes?
Wait, Max, can you look at your DMs real quick? Just the last one.
Oh,
Just the very
where's the
last
mirror?
one. Shut up! Just
Yeah, I'm getting... Don't forget, I'm now on a video from my phone.
oh, that's fair.
I don't know if Lilith needs anything else for this journey. I feel kind of undergeared, but I guess I'm just gonna go with it.
It's
And
okay,
hope that-
scary knife lady.
yeah, I
I've
was
got
just-
a potato for you. Yeah.
Like
Do you want
instead
another
of
one?
pebbles,
It's 2 potatoes. I can hold them both in my hand. I have very big hands. Here you go. Here's a potato.
Can you juggle them?
it
Uh,
says
Roll a
very
dexterity
quickly look-
throw to see if you can juggle them.
okay. I mean, it's fine if not, but it would be so cool if so.
What would that be? Athletics? Would that be acrobatics? What if it's animal handling? Are potatoes animals?
It should be
Because-
performance, right?
Performance, I
like-
guess.
Because that's equivalent.
Potatoes are animals.
Ratio-wise-
A vegan
No,
community
it's
in
a-
shambles.
It's a pebble size to Kronk, right? So does that count for that spell?
What spell are you talking about?
Don't worry about it yet.
Well, it seems scary.
But if I can do this, this
Mm.
could be kind of broken.
And begging on
I'm
the
gonna say
potatoes.
this- Going to need to be like burnt to a crisp to be hard enough to count for that. But if you
Okay.
if you
What if I
set up,
squeeze it
Yeah.
really hard in my hand?
You make mashed potatoes.
Oh, mashed potatoes.
Okay, fine.
day,
Who's
day
got
7 on the road, we
gravy?
didn't bring enough rations. Kronk has produced another potato. I'm sick of potatoes.
Potatoes!
Boil 'em, mash 'em, stick 'em in a stew.
Boil them, mash them, stick them
We
in
had
a
a moment in
stew.
Irish history about why this is a very bad idea.
We're putting all our hopes and food on potatoes? Damn. The gods
This seems
sent the blight, but the
I
English
think
sent
we've
the
been here
famine.
before.
This seems
Oh.
like a great idea.
This is the fucking famine all over again. I'll never escape it.
No, Eli, the
Is it
famine's
food?
over. Go home.
Kronk
Oh, but-
ends up abandoned. Kronk ends up abandoned on like a desert island, and you guys have to go rescue him. And you come back, and he's set up like a village of small potato people that each
It's
day
gonna
he
be like
moved and
Wilson.
lived out the life.
It's alright, I named this place Dublin.
Dublin.
Christ. So are we all done shopping?
Yeah,
Can
I
we go
don't
on
know,
an
like
adventure now?
yeah.
Yeah,
let's
can
go
we
on an
take like
adventure.
a 5-minute break so I can know how much gold to give Mux and get shit in my inventory, and then we go on our way?
Let's do it. Let's fucking do it.
So if we let's take a 5-minute break. We'll come back. We'll do Eli's thing.
Mm-hmm.
Where Drazy needs to go off and do something, and then we can get on with if you guys want to go on your adventure. If you've done all the preparation you need to do, we can start getting on with our adventure.
I've got
I'm
all
gonna
the
be
improvised
having
weapons I need. Whee.
5
Oh my
10
god,
minutes.
dude.
If anybody needs a toilet, if anybody wants to grab food or a drink, go do it now. We will be back here in that amount of time.
Cool. I will
Bye.
put us to a big be right back screen.
No
Back in
problem.
5.
So Kronk got a 12d6 of damage. And as the old man looks down and swings his axe, you're Santa in the face. It's
Hold
going to kill you.
on. Technical difficulties. Fucking. OBS has decided to be a bitch.
It was just funny.
Father like a son.
All of a sudden, Kronk is dying.
It's the
You
potatoes,
killed-
wasn't it?
My mother, you son of a bitch.
He's a tripper snipper because it makes you trip the fuck out.
Sorry.
I saw Daddy kissing Santa Claus, so I took revenge for Daddy.
I saw mommy kissing Santa Claus, so
My name is
I
Inigo
raised her.
Montoya. You killed my mother. Prepare to die.
My name is Kronk. Hello. Prepare to tap out, please. I would prefer if you did that. It would make things a lot easier.
That
The
to be
name's
my
Kronk.
friend.
Just Kronk.
It's just Kronk. You want a hug?
Sorry, guys.
Oh,
Give me a
no.
second. For some reason, it's fucking refusing to select the
It's
the
fucking.
Discord capture.
It's okay.
Rude.
I can't believe it. My name is Kronk, but I would never disrespect a woman. I do not wish to use sex to advantageously turn you against your evil supervillain boss.
Is that just Johnny English?
And Kronk is just Johnny English if he went to the gym.
Canonically, my middle name is Johnny, but my last name's Sins, actually.
Kronk Johnny.
You know, Kronk is called KJ.
I think Rowan Atkinson should play Kronk in the live action movie.
Oh yeah.
Now, who would play all of us in the live action of this D&D campaign?
Cat
Alaska would
Dennings.
pay Alaska.
1000% Cat Dennings.
Yeah,
Guys,
that's
give
true.
me 1 second. I'm gonna shut down Discord on my thing and restart it. So there
Okay.
may be a little.
Okay.
I should still be able to hear you guys though. Yes, I can. That's fine.
Terry probably.
You should have probably closed your porn windows before leaving that up on stream, though.
Haha, very funny.
Let's have a look.
What we got? Final Fantasy XV. Huge,
Yo.
big, bouncy.
Oh, sorry, Eli.
Eli, is that the trailer for Final Fantasy 30?
You were watching Morbius?
Yes.
Oh my
Is that
gosh.
16 Morbius tabs up there? That's crazy.
Eli?
How many
Eli-
times did you
Blink
watch
twice
Morbius?
if you need help.
That's a mobhead
Eli-
right there.
Eli alone is responsible for the 85k return to Morbius theater.
It was every viewer.
If you watched the end credits scene of Morbius, holy shit.
I haven't seen any of Morbius. I hate Jared Leto so much.
Same.
Oh,
I'd be so behind all of the memes if it wasn't Jared Leto. I wish I could get so into it, but I just don't want to support Jared Leto at all.
He just shows up at
My-
the end of oh, sorry.
What's it? My dad is like the kind of dad that like watches all the superhero movies and like he's not to it, but he's usually like, "Yeah, it was good. That was a nice rewatch." Blah blah blah. He was like, "Have you seen that Morbius?" And I was like, "Oh yeah." He was like, "It's shit." I was like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna force close Discord and reopen it, so we'll see how this works.
Okay.
Give me 1 second. Come on, force close, you stupid bastard.
Still trying to think of who would play.
Right. There we go. That works. That.
I could. I feel like I need a.
Charisma?
I'm gonna come for Natalie Portman. I don't think she's gonna I don't think she's all that.
Right.
I need someone a little more terrifying than Natalie Portman.
Keira Knightley.
I'll just like it. No.
Kira
This-
Knight. Okay, Kira Knightley as a tiefling though. Could you imagine?
Oh, thank fuck. There we go.
Her mouth. I don't know how she mouth acts.
She could mouth act on these.
On these nuts. I hate it.
Right. There we go. That seems to have somewhat.
Oh
worked.
no! I saw it pop up on stream right when I said she can mouth act on these. God damn it, dude!
I feel like Zoe Kravitz would be a good
Ooh.
Lilith.
I could see that.
But
Why is Gomorrah?
Eli didn't like Batman, so
Oh, I loved Zoe Kravitz. I thought Zoe Kravitz was great.
okay,
Oh,
that's
I
fair
got
then.
the wrong Zoe. I was thinking Zoe.
Yeah, that's Zoe
Saldana,
Sal-
wasn't I?
Well, also,
I mean Batista, right? For Kronk. I mean, come on. Right?
Yeah.
you know the old elf that Drazian nearly had a thing with.
The changeling.
Yeah.
Judy Dench.
Judy Dench. Yeah.
Judy Dench.
I was gonna say
Please, thank
No,
you.
sure.
no,
Okay.
Helen Mirren. Helen Mirren.
Maggie Smith.
yeah, that's
Oh,
why I
yeah.
was either thinking Helen Mirren or oh my god, I can't think of her name.
my
It'll come to me.
No, but for real though, who wouldn't? Helen Mirren? I mean, come on.
Yeah,
Who would I want to play Kyler? That's a question. I don't know anyone who's like that unhinged at this point. The only guy I can
Channing
think
Tatum,
of is-
definitely.
Matthew
No.
McConaughey.
The only guy I can think of that would be like unhinged enough wouldn't fit it. It would be it'd be Brett from Flight of the Conchords.
Oh
Joe
my
Keery?
god, yeah.
Joe Keery, I can see Joe Keery doing it. You're right.
Because Joe Keery also did that the like Uber driver horror film.
Yeah. Okay. Joe Keery. There we go.
Michael Cera.
No. No. Yeah. I just think you should.
Jesse Eisenberg.
Go. Oh my god.
Wait, are we back on stream?
Yes,
Yeah.
we are back
Yes.
on stream.
Okay.
We can start whenever. my
Okay,
Yeah.
sorry. Whoops.
Let's
My bad.
get back to it.
Wait, do you know? No,
Um,
Anna Kendrick would play Geraldine. It would be
Yeah.
Anna Kendrick.
Would.
Yeah, for anybody who doesn't know what we were just doing, it was probably obvious, but we were fan casting the campaign. And if you want to fan cast the campaign, go ahead and tweet it at @distractionsare and just send all of your fan casts that way.
Also, you have any issues? Go ahead and send it to @distractions. Any
Yeah.
issues?
You want to bully him? He likes that.
Well,
Call
I
him a
wouldn't
good
do-
boy.
Well, that one, yeah, you do that for sure. That one's fine. Anyway,
Oh, by the way, very quickly, Lilith, Anya Taylor-Joy, or Anya Joy Taylor, whichever one it is.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. 100%. Yep.
Yeah, I could. Yep.
Something about the face. Something about the face.
It's the
Yeah.
jawline and the
Mhm.
high cheekbones. Yep.
oh
The
yes,
silence the wench has brought.
I love Anya Taylor-Joy so much. Like
Me too.
the Queen's Gambit, like did things to me.
Sorry.
That like
Woo?
I would not admit to many people, but yeah.
Oh yeah.
Do you have cookies, brownies? What is it this time?
Brownies on my daughter's My Little Pony plate.
Oh my
Don't-
god.
Your daughter. Your daughter.
Your daughters. Yeah.
Mux is a brony. You heard it here first.
Love
It's
you.
canon.
Wait, I mean,
Did you just
Tom Cruise
grabby
would be
hands
Tyler,
into
right?
a middle finger? Is that
Yeah.
what you just did? Grabby hands into a middle finger?
Should that?
Ooh woo.
Woo, that did something. Never mind.
Please don't awaken anything in me. We're live.
Anyway,
who would play Mux? You think? Just like
Matt Mercer.
standard Morgan Freeman, or
No, it has to be Matt Mercer. Matthew Mercer absolutely has to play Mux. And no, I'm not taking any criticism on that.
I will not be taking any questions, Your Honor.
The only
Brandon
person that I
Mulligan.
would let play me other than Matt Mercer is Jack Black.
I was gonna say Jack
That's
Black.
the thing,
Yes.
Yes.
Don't
But
sleep
all
on
the
Brennan Lee
voices-
Mulligan now. I'll tell you.
You know, on Dimension 20, they never make grabby hands or call each other bronies, and I think that's why we're better. To be honest.
Yeah.
Grabby hands and bronies. Welcome to the stream.
It's like how the cast of the boys, their whole thing is just sticking the middle finger up. Our thing is grabby hands, middle fingers up.
Dude, I'm gonna be honest. The boys' Twitter account has been going crazy. I've never wanted to watch the boys more.
It's really.
I've
good. You
never
should
even
watch it.
seen it.
That a TV show?
Yeah, it's like a. Do you know what? If Carl Urban was 10 years younger, he would play Drazian.
Oh, that's good.
The
That's
Boys
good.
is like a really, really good superhero show, but it's really
That's what
fucking
I-
graphic.
And they're like anti-heroes, aren't they, or something?
Yeah, so the superheroes essentially work for the capitalists, and they're the bad guys. And like
Oh.
basically commit mass murder on the sly.
Okay.
And like the
I've been told to
boys-
watch it.
The boys are like the group of rebels that like are trying to kill the superheroes for being assholes. It's very graphic, very graphic. It's one of the most graphic shows I've ever seen, but it's amazing. It's so.
I'm
good.
gonna add it to my watch list.
I watched a guy get beheaded at 9 o'clock when I was 12. Like, nothing surprises me anymore.
Christ.
Yeah.
Mux, am I good to just
University.
add everything from that list I sent you to my inventory and I'll just give you money later?
Yeah, no
Okay,
problem.
cool.
I'm sure you have enough to cover.
Fair.
Okay, so then getting back into it. Drazian, while everybody is kind of, you've now all come out of the cold house of fashion, maybe there's other things you guys need to do for a little bit. But you can, if you need to, just excuse yourself.
Oh no, I don't
No,
even say
say-
anything. What I'm gonna like be at the back of the group, and hold on, I want to see if this can work. If there's no verbal component to this. V/S. Does that mean there's a verbal component to it? Okay.
Mhm.
Then I'm just going to attempt to slip away.
With
You can
my
still, like,
fat
you can, like, try
passive
and whisper
perception
it.
of 19.
Why is it so high?
I should like make it clear I'm walking behind everyone else at this point.
You can try and like whisper the spell. You don't need to be like, "I'm the my money." Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Can I whisper the spell then? Because I'm gonna cast the Sky Self.
Yeah.
Do I need to make a roll or something?
Not really. Because you're like behind the group, I'm gonna say probably a little bit of space between you and the group, like maybe like 5 feet. And you're in the middle of a city, so there's going to be other noise. So you can like kind of say it under your breath, quiet enough to boom, and cast the spell.
Okay.
What do you make yourself look like?
I make myself look. How am I describing this? Not overly well dressed, but like a kind of like shirt that's like not buttoned up to the top, but like is like almost buttoned down to there. So it's like white shirt, sleeves rolled up, like this kind of dirty blonde hair, like almost like surfer blonde hair, if that makes sense, and like that kind of length as well. So whereas Kyler is a California surfer bro, I am appearing to be a California surfer bro. And like I'm wearing denim shorts and sandals.
Okay.
Hey, Kyler, that guy kind of looks like your type.
So you're
Type?
looking like a office hire Chad Dylan Cooper.
Yeah, but actually, no, it's not a white shirt, it's a Hawaiian shirt, so I look like a fucking tourist.
Okay.
And I have, like, touristy aviator sunglasses on as well.
Okay. As the group kind of like walks on, you manage to kind of keep a step back and slowly increase that distance until you're maybe about 20 feet away, and then you manage to like duck into a side street to completely break the line of sight.
Okay, sweet.
Do you keep in mind that technically, I don't know if, I'd assume at this point one or two of you would have exchanged numbers. Like if you're like trying to do contact
Do we
each
have
other
a
long
group? Do we have a group chat?
Almost
Can
certainly.
we please have a group text?
Do we have a group chat?
Yeah, and
I
Kyler's
would
named
say-
it Mandem.
Yeah, I would say
Undone.
we absolutely have a group chat at this point.
Okay, there. It's canon. You guys have a group chat now. Okay. So, but as you like duck into this side street to get away, what would you like to do?
I just want to point out as well, Drazian's phone is on silent because it's always on silent, and he more or less never answers his phone. So, unless he
Well,
absolutely
life
needs
on
to.
the
So Drazian is going to did I get actually he is like as he's walking he's going to text Tawny and see if she has like any update about the whereabouts of where the theocracy people are based out of.
As you text, it comes up that it's been sent, but doesn't show that it's been read.
Okay.
So you might be waiting a little bit for a response.
Right, so while that's going on, I'm going to actually walk towards the Tiamat statue.
Okay.
So that abandoned building that has the Tiamat statue inside it.
Okay. Roughly remembering the directions that you received last night, you make your way through the town towards the Honeywine, which is the section of town in which this specific building is based. As you walk through the Honeywine, it has a distinctly different feel to the other sections of the town. Buildings are more sparse. There is more greenery, almost like parks within the city. There's a very strong smell of like fermenting yeast, as there are a number of breweries around the area, from which the name the Honeywine came from. Just out of sight from the main entrance, slightly off the beaten path, you see a not necessarily ramshackle, but not overly maintained hut with no door in the door frame, but a amateurishly drawn picture of a five-headed dragon, like a carving stuck above the door frame. As you approach and look inside, the only light in here is the natural light that currently comes through the windows. At this point, it's maybe 1:30, 2 p.m. The light is beaming in through the windows. These pillars of sun that illuminate the floor and the dust that rises from the air with each step you take into what can only be described as a one-person chapel. In this building, there is a singular table. On that table is what seems to be the only thing of worth in this building: a finely carved stone statue of the goddess of evil dragons, Tiamat, as she raises her heads, splaying them out in 5 different directions. Almost looks like a hand reaching out.
Okay. What size is the statue?
Maybe about the size of your, like, once the head spread out, it's about the size of your chest. It's too big for you to like take. It's maybe about 50 pounds if you would try to like win it, like lift it up.
No, but like height wise. So like, if I'm standing at the table, am I very much looking down at it, or am I at like eye level with it?
It would come up to just below your chin, because
Okay.
it is on top of the table.
Cool. And is it like full body of her, or is it just like her head's like coming out of?
No, it is a body stone statue.
It is a full body stone statue. Okay, so I kneel before the statue, and I start praying. And it's not a like incantation prayer. It's more like a conversation. I'm just like, I see this place is no different than others outside of Avon. Excuse me. That I've been to, when it comes to how you're viewed. Evil dragon, they say. Whenever your name gets brought up in conversation, but we all know that it's nowhere near as simple as that. People don't like change. People don't like chaos, despite how much it's needed at times. So they besmirch you and treat you like some monster. Suppose that's something we have in common at times. That's how the theocracy treated us. Treated me, treated my father, treated my grandfather. Called us barbarians. That we needed to be brought to heel. In this place, it's unfamiliar, and I don't really know where I stand or what exactly I'm meant to do. I just ask for protection and some form of guidance, because I know there's members of the theocracy here, and this could get bad if I'm not careful. There's already 2 more people than I planned on finding out about Azuria here, and I like let Azuria like crawl onto my arm. Like, as you can see, she hatched, and I've got to be really careful. I'm doing everything I can not to fuck this up. If there's anyone you can send my way to give me a hand and steady me, I'd appreciate it. And like out of my pocket, I like place like it's not like an expensive looking jewel or crystal. It just looks like some kind of trinket, but it's like this kind of electric blue color, and I like place it by the statue as like an offering, and I start speaking again, and I just simply say, we will both be elevated to where we belong. That much I'm sure of. And then I took Azuria back into my bag. And then I turn around and Do you guys see anything else in the room, by the way? Or there's nothing of note?
It is very bare. Very, very bare.
It's very bare. Okay. Then I just like turn and walk back out. And after I've walked out, I check my phone to see if Tony or anyone else has got in contact with me.
Oh, I have. There we go. Sorry, just the phone. So I thought.
Okay. As you walk out, you look back and the blue crystal is gone. And in the palm of your left hand, you feel, in the space of maybe half a second, you feel your hand ripple through the heat of fire, the cold of ice, the bristling energy of electricity, the pulsating pain of poison, and the burning of acid before it returns to normal.
Okay.
And you look on your phone, and has anybody been texting into the group chat?
I have.
Yes.
Kyler has texted me.
Just can we just show it like on, because I worked hard on it.
I can't show it on stream without like showing the rest of the entire Discord.
Fair enough.
I hate this. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
So I will describe what it is that Kyler has sent here. So it says Kyler.
You just copy and paste it in the Twitch chat?
Yeah, that's actually a good idea. Read it and then I'll paste it in the Twitch chat.
Yeah, so it says Kyler Crestwave the Third to Mandem. Get, and then there's a tongue emoji. To, and then a fist emoji. And then there's a star and moon emoji. Train emoji. Station. Dre. Magic wand and swords emoji. We're going, and then it's a male symbol emoji. On, and then it's a little shit emoji, and then like an on emoji with arrows pointing either way. And then a little like face with like a tear going down it. Adventure, and then a wave emoji. As you
This
can
looks
see,
dramatic.
It's how he texts. It's how he texts. So yeah.
Muxlo, it's
Oh, that makes
Capstad.
so much sense.
Muxlo, it's Capstad.
Christ.
No.
That's how Capstad posts tweets.
Oh, I know.
So, I guess some of us noticed that he's not there, right?
Well, yeah, because we've sent
Yeah.
the message.
Yeah.
Yeah, a minute or two after Dry would have disappeared, you would have noticed that there is a lack of snarky comments.
Yeah,
And
figures.
yeah, turned around and Dry would have been gone.
I'm gonna say whatever and go about my business.
Oh.
I will not be texting the group text.
Don't even know why she's mad at me. I didn't do anything.
It's great being dumb, isn't it?
Art imitates life, doesn't it? That's...
Yeah. But
Could have penned that message.
after the
Beautiful.
walking from the Honeywine as you head towards the train station, the rest of you guys have maybe been waiting there 15-20 minutes by the time you can see Drazian kind of coming from the other side of the courtyard.
I don't get a text from Tony in the meantime, though.
No, nothing yet.
Okay.
She might be currently with a client, she could be working, could be sleeping. You're not really quite sure.
You have
Is he
Kyler
still
in your life.
disguised?
As I get closer to the train station, I am dropping the disguise.
Do I see you drop it with
No.
my extremely lovely passive perception, Muxlow? Do I see this
Can you
happen?
No,
see it from
you don't
3
have
streets
X-ray
away?
vision. 19 perception is not
I-
X-ray vision of
I-
200 feet. Stop trying to
It might
metagame.
I want to yell at you.
Geraldine, what do your elf eyes see?
The technologist to Isaac.
No, so I'm about like half a mile from the train station by the time I drop the disguise.
Oh, okay. Not like you're across the courtyard walking towards
No.
us, like you just said. Okay. I thought that's what you had just said, and I was just like, I'm gonna see you.
Okay, but would my 12 passive perception notice that you even left in the first place, do you think?
No.
No.
Probably
You
not.
didn't know until you checked the group chat.
Kronk is convinced that Drazian is somehow playing hide and seek, and Kronk was the only one that wasn't told.
That checks
Man,
out.
I love games of hide and seek. I have a passive investigation of 9. I could have won.
Yeah,
Although
Kronk,
I just
you
realized-
could have.
Thank you, Scary Knife Lady. I appreciate it.
Eli, I just realized that your disguised self was basically just Hoyle from Howl's Moving Castle, but in a white shirt instead, or in a Hawaiian shirt instead of like a puffy white one.
I need a hippie. I need that. Someone draw it. Thank you.
Dad bod Hoyle.
Incredible. So are we at the train station courtyard now?
Yeah,
Is
you
my
guys would have been.
bookkeeper here?
The bookkeeper is not here because you're not in the train station yet. From right now, where you guys are, you're probably sitting on like the steps of the train station, like outside, kind of waiting in the like boiling sun.
Perfect.
Um,
I'm gonna get
as Drazian.
sunburnt out here, waiting for Drazian.
God,
Oh, don't worry.
summers.
I'll protect you from the sun. I T-pose in front of the sun. to try to protect.
It's like
Lilith.
it's like the angel in Rio de Janeiro. It's just like the shadows.
It's just the T shadow, yeah.
Don't worry. Is this helping Lilith?
Thank God I'm predisposed to skin cancer.
We've
Oh,
lost-
that's no
yeah.
good.
Art
That's not the
imitates
type of-
life.
That's not the type of
Okay.
self-insert I want in this story. Have you got that mole checked out, by the way?
What do we see like around about the like in the train station? So anything that would be of note to Kyler? Probably not, but like we'll see.
As usual, the fountain with the pouring water is kind of the most central piece
Oh, it's like,
of
is
this
there a
area.
fountain?
There's rune doors within sight. There's Juan's gauntlet within sight. It seems to be a fairly normal day. Mostly slightly older looking couples or individuals who are out and about today. Some seem to be going from location to location. You do notice at the side of Chastity's Wish, which is the kind of like the theater that is visible from where you are, like the playhouse. You do notice a group of figures dressed entirely in like dark clothing who are kind of having a cigarette every now and again and are
The
talking.
actors.
Or line
Are they actors or are they line cooks?
They look like stagehands to me. They're in all black, they are.
But you see them kind of like talking to each other. Nothing like seriously exuberant or anything. Just they seem to be having a joke, laughing, having a smoke, taking a break from whatever they were doing inside the playhouse. And as you're kind of looking around, maybe now, by the time he comes into your viewpoint, Kyler, about 30 feet away from you, Drazian is wandering over, passing just past the large water fountain towards the group who is sitting on the bottom of these steps.
we are going on an adventure, Drazy. You have to. Okay, from now on, I think we should use the buddy system if we're gonna do something.
I don't need
I
a
think-
babysitter, thanks, Kyla.
You don't need a babysitter? Well, clearly you do if you're gonna act like a fucking.
Was that anybody in here?
Holy shit!
Was that anybody in here, or was that just Discord?
No, like,
No,
Cass just died.
that was holy shit!
Discord censored you, my guy.
There. Discord censored me? Well, fuck you, Discord. Anyway.
That was so fucking
that
funny.
was so funny.
Oh, that's gotta be clipped. That's gotta be clipped.
This guy's
I
gonna
promise you.
You literally just went like, if you're gonna act like a fucking.
Disconnect.
Oh, and let me get
Incredible.
back into the Kyler mind
Oh,
space.
man.
God. I was like, for a minute, I was like, did Eli kick me from this
I
server?
thought that too.
That's
I was
kinda
like,
what we thought too.
I was like, So from now on, if you're gonna leave, we're gonna stay in groups of 3 and 2. Okay, that's just how it's gonna work.
There are some times where I need to go and do things by myself. Just because we group up together does not mean we need to do everything together.
I don't want to hear about your nightly emissions, my G. Just
Yeah,
like
if you just needed to go
if-
to the potty, you could have
if-
said
with-
so.
I'm with Kyler that we're on.
If you must know, I was visiting an old friend. Happy?
yeah.
Oh, when you say old friend, you mean the the lady
Can
from
I,
the
like-
other night.
No,
Can I tell that Dre is lying?
It's
Go ahead,
technically not a
Nolan.
lie.
It's technically not a lie, yeah. It's a live
Yeah, it
omission.
is.
It's a live omission. It's not a live.
Go ahead and roll
That's
an
still a
insight check.
lie.
We have to be in groups of. Yeah,
3
I'm
and
with
2.
Kyler. Yeah,
Mhm.
like Scooby Doo groups.
Yeah.
Like, do we decide our own groups, or is it going to be randomized?
My
I hope
passive's
it's,
a 14. I
I-
rolled lower
I-
than that, so.
I hope it's randomized. I think that'd be very fun.
If you
A
have to,
random-
if you have to split, we have to know where we're going. That just makes sense. I mean, it's fine here. I mean, I don't appreciate it. Like, you know, just saying like a
You don't have
Gotta
to
go.
appreciate it. I didn't ask for your permission. Nor will I be.
Well, that's
I'm
seems
just kind of
confrontational.
starting. You notice a paladin of Selenia coming along, swinging like a truncheon. Whoa. What's all this then? Public disturbance? You having a
No, you could go ahead and move along, officer. We don't need you at all.
Gronk does
Okay,
not like
no
the
problem.
police.
does anyone?
Kronk is putting on his stomping boots.
Kronk
The
says
only-
a cab.
Kronk
only-
does not like the police.
Frog
The-
says ACAB.
The only blue lives that matter are the merfolk, and that's all I'm gonna say.
Somebody needs to clip that because that is going on TikTok.
I promise you I will.
He goes, right, I'll move along then. Bye-bye. And just
Thank you
dawdles
very
away.
much.
As someone
See
who
that?
kind of
Blue
feels
lives
like
scatter.
Scatter.
someone who feel because I probably have an inkling of where Drazian has gone off to, since I know things about Drazian. I would like to kind of diffuse the situation. Somehow Lilith steps in and is like, from now on, we will be in groups. It's okay, Kyler. You don't need to worry. This was just like a one-off thing, I'm sure, from Drazian.
Jason, can I hold your hand?
I'd much prefer you didn't. I don't really like to be touched.
Oh, right, I understand. My
So
next
can we
suggestion was
get
gonna
train
be-
tickets, or we just gonna keep yelling at each other?
Do we have rail cards, Mox? Like student rail cards? Because I have a student rail card right now. So like,
I got one to get into the brothel.
What I'm going to say is that you guys don't have student rail cards. because generally travel in this world is not a super common experience. As in, if you're going on like long journeys, or even like if you're like using most modes of what's
Public transit.
magitechnic
Oh.
travel, which is cars, trains, anything like flying mobiles. Because in this world, there is scientific advancements, but most of that has been aided with magic. So they didn't need to invent like
Combustion engines, because
combustion
yeah.
engines, but just go, okay, well we'll just get a crystal from a plane of energy and we'll use that. It's that kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's the same things for your phones. It's powered mostly by communication magic that has been imbued into what you would use as your phone.
Could I go to the ticket booth then and buy the tickets, please? I would quite like to.
Where are we going?
On an adventure.
On an adventure. Professor Udice has given us like the dossier, right? Like where we're headed.
Yes, I'm getting the name of the place up here.
The first person we have to recruit is named Archangel, it seems like.
Going to the laptop, everything is really slow, so my apologies if the information gathering is slightly delayed.
My brother in Christ, you're not being paid. Do what you want.
You're right, I'm not paid. Get up and leave.
You have a union.
The union? The union of DMs.
The DM union. Do you have dental? The D in DM union stands for dental. Dental and mental.
Dental and mental.
That's what you get.
Dungeons and dental care.
Dealing with you guys, I need mental health support.
Yeah.
Okay.
While like the ticket transaction is being handled, I like turn to Lilith and I whisper like, "Thanks for the save. For the sake of solving problems, I think you and me should probably be the group."
I'm gonna look at Adrazian and say, "Yeah, no shit. Don't pull that again. If you need to be a little more careful, if you want to be secretive, and sneaking off when we're in a group together, not really the best call. Next time, take me with you."
This was something I had to do on my own.
I don't have to go with you, but at least I will follow you, and you can do your own thing. But you literally just put a suspicion signal on your head just now, Drazian.
It is what it is. It needed to be done. It couldn't be helped.
Okay. So where you guys are going is a place called Hell's Prairie. It is, if I get up and move everybody to the world map on Roll20.
Ooh.
Where you guys are is roughly like here. The kind of like where there's a like large break in the land in Whitefawn Kingdom.
Yeah, the fjord.
Abilene is. So I'm going to put an A Abilene just so you guys can see.
Ah.
So that A that you can see is Abilene. Going towards Hell's Prairie, you're going to be north, and then slightly to the west, and you're going to about here.
Cool. Could I approach the disgruntled public transit worker, please?
Mm-hmm.
Hello there. It's so wonderful to meet you. My name is Kyler Crestwave, and the third of the deep Crestwaves. And he's gonna reach into his shirt pocket and pull out the symbol and be like, my good friends and I are on a secret mission from the Academy of True Arms, where we're going to be dealing with a top secret case. It's an adventurous thing, I'm sure you understand. And we need 5 tickets to Hell's Prairie, please. And can I just say, I adore trains. There's not really much I prefer about the surface, but if we had trains underwater, like, how cool would that be?
You see, at the other side of this is a short, kind of like short even for a gnome, kind of tubby gnome who's like sitting at the end with this large, bushy, like handlebar mustache, big bottle cap glasses, and he looks up at you and he goes, "Huh?"
So yes, 5 tickets to Hell's Prairie. Student tickets to Hell's Prairie. And can we make that a one way because we don't know how long we're going to be there for?
We have open returns.
Does it transfer over days? Open returns?
There's a month pass. You can go now and return any day within the month.
That is a wonderful concept. Tell me more.
Basically, in about the year 482, whenever the public transport system was first being introduced, there came a notion of people going on long journeys for long times.
Yeah, cool.
So they made an open return.
And what's the rate of open return versus 2 singles?
Well, 2 singles is more than 1 open return, because 1 open return is only 1 ticket. 2 singles is 2 tickets. This dude is dead behind. This dude is dead behind the eyes.
Kyler is like genuinely like, oh, cool. How much for 5 open returns to Hell's Prairie? And will that include any potential transfers at different stations? Or is there some stations exempt?
You see, he kind of hops off his little chair, and he goes in the door that's beside him, and you hear a muffled, and he comes back out. For 5 open returns towards Hell's Prairie, that's going to be, and very slow, agonizingly slowly, he pushes buttons on his POS system. A total of 75 gold pieces.
I will front you that, good sir. And can I just say...
However...
Oh.
The fact that nobody has stepped in is like why I'm going to keep going.
I'm not breaking. I'll continue this fucking transaction. I don't give a fuck. Let's
I'm too
go.
grumpy to care.
5 singles there and 5 singles back will cost you $120 gold pieces.
If this adventure lasts longer than a month, I will be surprised. So I will front you the 75 gold needed for 5 open returns for the month. And can I just say, I might be an adventurer, but personally, as a public servant, I think you do a far greater job in maintaining our glorious world's public transit.
Thank you.
You're so very welcome, my bespectacled buddy. And Kyler like rummages out the gold. He's just excited to be on a train again.
He prints out and he slides the tickets over to you and he goes, "Trains don't run directly to Hell's Prairie. What you will need to do is head north until you reach Nil Point Station. Get off
Point
at Nil
Station?
Point.
Nil Point.
From Point Station, you will be able to get onto a coach or other vehicle that will take you towards Hell's Prairie. I don't have the timetables because they don't leave from here."
Okay, thank you very much. So Nil Point coach carriage to Hell's Prairie, yeah?
Indeed.
Awesome. Is there a pen like on the table?
Yeah, there's like one of those like bank pens that has the little chain on it.
Can Kyler just like roll up like a sleeve and just write Nil Point coach and then draw like a little coach and then Hell's Prairie.
Yes.
And take the tickets. They're like, cool. So I'll take the 75 gold out. Unless anyone wants to split it with me. Not really. There we go. There we go.
I don't know if anybody's ever spoken to a public transport worker. They are dead inside.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
They're dead inside. Or they are absolute fucking jobs worths. Like absolute fucking ready like you haven't got the proper path, like those fuckers. Oh.
Yeah.
So, Mux,
okay, so Kyler returns an hour and a half later.
So I was Kronk was close enough to hear the conversation. It's the year 5:30 now, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I walk up after Kyler gets the tickets. I say,
Oh, no.
Excuse me, sir. So you said that in year 482, the first public transport system was introduced. It's the year 530 now. Do you have any idea why, after the great erasure of all the knowledge, why it would take a whole 482 years for us to establish another great public transport system?
That's a brilliant question.
Well,
I'm
he
going
kinda
to
snap-
grab Lilith's hand and like nudge towards like a bar or like the coffee place near the train station
I
And
need a
just-
traveling alcohol.
and just like whisper, I don't know how long they'll be.
This is gonna be a long adventure.
Drazian's already
wanna-
gone at this point.
Okay,
Look
so
at-
Lilith
look
and
at
I are
Paul.
just gonna back up slowly and go to a bar.
I'm
You look
already there
across,
and
like-
I've ordered a whiskey.
Yeah, the train station pavilion and just see Drazian.
You've
sitting
already
with-
ordered mine and two Geraldine's. And
Yeah.
we walk in and Dracy's just like, I've been waiting. Like,
Yeah, like,
I figured it wouldn't take long.
yeah, I was like, I have thought about having a bet with the barkeep to see how long it would take you, but I thought better of it. So here.
So, just so I don't have to do that voice and actually take like an hour to explain the lore. After the abolishment of knowledge, there was a series of different ages and eras. The first couple of eras were society finding its footing again, rebuilding, establishing a new power structure, trying to recoup any losses of like major, places, knowledge, big things, trying to recoup that. It was only in the year 380, 170 that what's known as the era of Ruby Boots ended. The era of Ruby Boots is considered the bloodiest era of history. It was the first international power struggle, and the war was so large and lasted for so long that it was said that by the end of it, even people whose boots started brown walked with ruby boots by the end of the war because of how flushed and stained with blood the leather had become. So it was maybe only 100 years after like the biggest war currently known to living mortals that advancements in like public transport came about. So it wasn't super long. It was maybe the life of a single, slightly more than the life of a single human. So, which in the grand scheme of things, when there are races that can live thousands of years old, 100 isn't a whole bunch.
I suppose not. No.
So, but yes, by the time this all gets explained to you guys, Drazian, Lilith, and Geraldine are all sitting there at the bar, probably 2 or 3 drinks deep now. Depending on how slow you've been drinking, if you're like
Not
really
slow.
No, if you're really just like sipping it, then you're maybe finishing your first drink, going into your second. But if you're kind of enjoying it, then yeah, you're into like your third drink. And at this point, you guys hear over the speakers, like over this kind of, even though it is magic crystal communication system, it is still tinny and reverby enough that it is that.
Oh, that's us. That's us. So gonna run over like with Kronk and like just start like going ticket, 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 tink, tink. That's
Everybody, your passports. You got all the money you need. If we get separated, where is point A? Kyler.
Can
goes,
I
Airport dad.
can I ask the barkeep if they have any like bottles of wine?
we're gonna miss the train.
There's
We're taking it to go. Wine on the train.
There's a
Is there a bar on the train?
there's usually a bar on the train. Yeah, depending on how far you're going, of course.
We're going to Nil
Okay.
Point, and that was us. How far do we
Yeah,
have to
you're-
run, Mux?
Everybody roll a Constitution save to see if you can sprint. No.
I've run the length of Glasgow Central
Yeah.
before.
How fast
But-
can I get across Atlanta Airport?
Oh, story of my
Oh.
life.
No, you're maybe only running for about 15 minutes. That was nobody could understand it. But that was a call for the train coming into the station, and there's usually about a half an hour, like 30-minute turnaround from train coming in, everybody getting on, everybody getting off, and then train leaving again. So you managed to get on. Now the important question that will divide the group: where on the train do you sit?
Dibs
Front,
on a window
middle, or
seat.
back?
Window seat.
I also dibs on a window seat.
Can we like spread out across like a whole row? Is it like a traditional like ScotRail train or like?
Yeah,
Is it-
okay, actual question. How long is this trip supposed to be from when we now until we need to get off? Like is it like a
From now
overnight?
until you need to get off, it is estimated to be a 3-hour journey
Oh,
from here
okay.
from here to Nil Point. Which I realize for Americans is like, oh, that's so short, that's fine.
Yeah, that's
For
nothing.
us, that's like we could literally travel like through 3 different countries in a 3-hour train journey.
Jesus.
So
If
it's
I were-
basically a trip down
Yeah.
to Cork at this point.
A 3-hour train journey would put me like mid Ohio, maybe
Yeah,
northern
a
Ohio.
3-hour train journey gets me most of the way from DC to New York City.
I
So
don't
like
have access
about
to trains where I live.
350 miles.
I have to drive an hour to get to a train.
A 3-hour train journey, you could literally go from Scotland through England to Wales, back through England, back into Scotland.
Why would you want to go to
No,
England?
no, not
Why
quite.
would you wanna do
Not
that
quite.
at all?
Chris gets it.
Chris does get it, but not quite.
Let's go.
Because it's 3 hours to Liverpool from Glasgow. So like from the border, so like from Gretna,
I'm talking about
To
from like the
Wales.
border.
that would still be like more than just over 3
Yeah,
hours, I reckon.
I would have to drive to an Amtrak station, which would probably take me 3 hours, and then
Yeah.
be on the
Public
train.
transport here is abysmal. It takes 4 hours
There's
to drive from the
blankly.
bottom to the top of Ohio.
Oh,
stares blankly in Manhattan. Hey, if on public transit, it takes me about 5 hours to get from the top of New York City to the bottom of it.
True.
Ugh.
So, I mean,
Too
that's
many
like
stops.
counting. Yeah, that's like counting, like, the very bottom of Brooklyn from the very top of Manhattan or the Bronx. But okay, so do we all have to sit together on the like? Are these assigned seats on the tickets or?
They're
No,
open
this
returns,
is
so no.
Okay,
this is a what's it called?
open seating.
What is the word? This
Right.
is like traditional or modern maybe UK train travel where you get the ticket, you can sit anywhere.
Are the seats like two and two and two and two? Are they face each other?
Like
Or,
benches, like what are we
They're-
working
they're-
yeah,
with?
yeah.
There are some seats that are like just two and they're like looking at the back of another set of seats. But in each carriage there are maybe 4 tables that have seats like looking at each other.
Translink trains, let's go.
Literally,
Translink.
it's a ScotRail or Translink train.
Muxo, very important question. Is there like a train timetables app for our crystal for our phones?
There, as you enter, it has like one of those
QR
confused
codes?
about. Download our app. Plan your journey ahead.
Okay,
kind of-
I download the train app so I always know what our timetables are.
Okay.
I am going to pick a table, and I'm going to pick a window seat where I am facing the direction we're moving.
Oh, you're one of those people. Of course you are.
I can't sit backwards.
Can't sit backwards. I feel nauseous. My mum's like that. Fucking hell.
So you do manage. You have to travel across 2 full carriages before you find a carriage that has tables that are like beside each other on either side of the aisle.
Mm-hmm.
So there's like 8 seats for you guys to choose from. There are 4 window seats. Who is taking?
Debs.
GB is taking one.
Okay.
I don't need a window seat as long as there's booze.
Retweet.
So then
Kronk can sit anywhere. Kronk,
How many
gonna-
seats
Kronk
does
is-
Kronk
I'm
take
gonna
up?
sit, I'm gonna sit next to
Yeah, I mean-
Geraldine for sure.
Like 1 and a bit, I reckon. Like can't be that.
This is just like a side of the table. Like it's like
yeah.
me
Yeah.
and yeah.
if there's
Yeah.
big
Okay.
people seating,
Can
you
I be
know,
facing GB? Because like, I kind of like sitting
Aw.
backwards on a train.
I wanted to
Tyler.
be with GB. Oh well.
Taylor.
There are
I set up at
so-
the other table so that I could be at the table on the window seat.
due to the nature of a world such as this, the
Everybody
armbar
gets-
armrests between seats can be lowered. The armrests between seats can be lowered to extend the flat section of the seat, and there's a little pull tab at the back where you can actually slide the seats back and forward to increase the legroom.
We love accessibility.
Love it.
So Kronk would have to like push the armrest down and slide the chairs back a bit to get extra legroom.
So it's Kronk and Dre at one table, and then Lilith, GB, and Kyler at the other one.
Oh,
So
I don't.
is?
This might just be me. I don't think Kyler would let Kronk go away from him on a journey like this.
Yeah.
I feel like Kyler would be like, no, me and Kronk, we're gonna play ice. We're gonna point out so many cons at the window.
You know,
Can we play? I don't know if he'd be like so like needy as to be like you have to sit next to me, but can we like literally play I Spy? Like, can we?
You guys are sad you're
It's-
texting it the entire time.
the alphabet game is not something that I feel like international people play because I don't think that. I mean, it's just not a thing.
What's the
But in the-
alphabet game?
So in the United States, when you're on a long journey, like car ride or whatever, you have to play the license plate alphabet game.
Yeah.
And you're like, there's an Arizona, and you cross the A off, and then you're like, like doing all the stuff, and you're like,
There's
oh,
a-
there's this.
100%.
Billboard
Yeah.
for Bob's Cheeses.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought it was like
sweet.
only licensed places. Like there's no
50
state
with a B.
but there's no
I know.
there's no state with certain letters. How's that work?
Yeah,
There's
no,
some state that begins
it's
with an X.
billboards, signs,
Billboards work, signs work. I feel like
bumper
that's it.
stickers work.
No, what we have is I Spy. So it's like I Spy with my little eye, something beginning with, and then a letter. So I Spy with my little eye, so beginning
Something
with
beginning
C.
with. You're supposed to pick a color.
Beginning
What?
with.
No.
No, it's
Over here, over here we do something beginning with, and then it's the letter.
yeah, something
Weird.
beginning with.
I'm a
letter
color
C.
person too.
Color.
It's because
Yeah.
we have a higher literacy population than the United States.
That's
We
true.
say I like pretty colors
I
over
also
here.
like to say that.
I can't spell, but I know what green is.
If it's
Oh,
just
also, I'm-
me and
Also,
Alaska,
did
I'm
anyone
we
colorblind.
don't.
catch Alaska saying I'm a colored person? Like,
Ooh, uh-oh.
They don't teach women to read here, so we just never got to learn as children.
they don't teach anyone to read. though.
I only see color actually.
Actually,
only-
exactly. You're actually neon pink.
Mux is the least racist I know because he doesn't see color. Like at all.
So I
Oh
can't
my
play
God.
American Spy.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ! Don't cancel us.
Also, I think it says a lot about a country like America whenever you go like, how well can we spot the colors?
Fucking okay. So we're all at our seats. Where's the bar?
Let's turn this into a Red Scare joke. Quick, we can see.
I can't believe I'm gonna have to
Commies.
edit both this episode and previous episode as well.
Nah,
What are you
it's
guys doing
fine.
to me?
Oh, this is fine.
What's wrong with the last episode?
If anything, we're not actually making, I don't think, any bad jokes. We're just pointing out the like.
A lot of
Like,
iron,
We're
cultural
pointing out
ironies.
how awful living in the United States is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen those TikToks? It's like a white girl with bangs and a nose ring needs to tell me what planet is making me sad, and then someone just goes, "It's the one we're living on."
It's just
Because yes,
Yeah.
just while we're on the subject of satire, the harshest put down I've ever heard is someone telling a joke and someone going, "Ooh, satire." Like, that's
man.
the worst thing. Ooh,
I'm stealing that.
satire.
I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna use it at work.
Oh, no, you can't. Oh my goodness.
get your tips.
I also
So-
enjoy.
Get that
I also personally enjoy going. That was moderately impressive.
bag.
Anyways, we are getting ourselves seated on the train.
We're seated. This is the journey.
Yeah.
This is the
Um,
conversation that ensues in this 3-hour train ride
So if
in
you're
real
looking
time.
if you're looking to the bar cart, it's maybe 2 or 3 carriages up from where you guys are. Will, however, come around with like a push cart and go, "Do you guys want anything? You know, here's," kind of like whenever you're on an airplane and they'll just have like a selection of everything and they'll have it. But the bar cart has more like, if you want like a small meal, you can go in there and they'll have like pre-packaged, like, you know, a plate of nachos that they can throw into like a you guys would call them a toaster oven. We have those, so, but they'll throw it into like a toaster oven, and that kind of thing. But if you just want to keep your seats and relax, about an hour into the journey, they're going to ask, "Anything from the trolley?"
Anything from the trolley days?
I was gonna make that reference, and then I was like, "Oh, the series who will not be named."
Yeah.
I mean,
Kronk
that-
gets
An actual laugh. So,
Kronk gets sour gummy worms for sure.
I'm gonna pull out a tin of blueberries from my bag
okay.
because I still have leftovers from the fucking the tanker
From the
that Kronk
bar
got.
that- Yeah.
I saved the bluebirds.
The bloopers.
Can I
If
get
you
this?
If you
That's what I've
save the
called them since I was a
bloopers,
kid.
you save the
Love
bloopers. Can I look at your boobers?
Someone give me
so-
server perms so I can kick him.
Kronk, they don't have a sour gummy worms. They have piercing gummy wormlings, which are like little. They look kind of like gummy worms, except they have like
Pink
little
worms.
dragon heads with
Wait.
very tiny, like it almost looks like folded up wings or part of gummy like design.
Can
Alright, I'm
I
in.
pull an HP and empty out the cart with all of my thick monies and just give all of the candy to Kronk and Kyler? And then me
The kids in that movie were 11. Yeah, I
I
guess.
said what I said.
Kronk,
And
you're,
me-
you're 11 too, on a scale of 1 to 10.
Ooh. And then
As you go, like, oh, can I buy thing? The woman who's pushing the, and Charlie just kind of looks to you and goes, "Other people need to eat too."
fair enough.
You greedy bastard.
Oh
Like,
my
Charity.
god.
I am so sorry. Like, I
I'm
don't
going
know.
to give the most
you have
piercing
Daddy's
of
credit
looks to Dre and not acknowledge him any further.
You're in trouble.
Take 2d8 piercing damage.
But I will be buying every shot of whiskey on the cart.
I said I was buying whiskey first.
That's
so
just too fucking bad now, isn't it?
Stop trying to metagame.
I'm buying every single thing of whiskey on the cart, and that's that.
She doesn't let you like buy all the food, but she will let you buy all of the alcohol.
I will do that.
We have the little travel size
Yeah.
things. At which point, instead of like dishing them out one by one, she just pulls out 3 like serving trays filled with mini bottles of alcohol and places them on the table that you, Drazian, and Lilith are all sat at, and set them down.
Wait, is it Kyler or is it Dre? That's across
Okay.
from me.
It's me. It's Skylar.
Oh, is it Kyler? Okay, then. Sets them down in front of you. Takes the money, which is, for all of those, it's going to be 100 gold.
Okay.
The tickets
Um,
didn't cost that much, I'd like to stress.
That's fine.
And as you take the 100, as you give over the 100 gold, she goes, "And would you like any food to fill your stomachs so I don't have to pick you up off the floor?"
She's kind of a bitch, isn't she? Is there? I guess do we
Put in
have
the
to go to
complaint
like?
again.
Is
like,
there a
there's,
shirt
like
board?
Yeah, exactly. Like I was gonna say, like, is there like meal style things on this cart, or do we have to go to like a cafe style cart area for that?
There's meals in the form of like salad bowls and like pasta, like bowls of pasta, sandwiches, that kind of thing. There's nothing like, oh, I want fries and a burger.
Like
You would
a
have to go
meal. Okay.
to the bar cart for those.
I would like a charcuterie board.
A charcuterie board.
Charcuterie board.
She does have like a
Charcuterie.
she does have like kind of like a pre-packaged selection of like crackers, cheeses,
Like,
and like
yeah.
sliced meat.
You can't say that word
Yeah.
on
Which one?
Crackers.
I was like,
They didn't say
sliced
simp.
meat? Sliced meat? I mean,
I was
like,
like sliced meat, cheeses, cracker.
Oh. I'm gonna look around at look to Lilith and Kyler and Kronk and be like, I don't know, is there any food? Like, let me know, and I'll just.
Do they have any seafood options?
They do.
You eat your
They
friends.
have like they have like a tuna pasta salad. They have sushi. But please keep in mind it is
Train sushi.
on
Train
board
cart
train.
sushi.
It's train sushi, which is arguably worse than like gas station sushi.
Alright, some gas station sushi fucks. I will not hear any disparagement.
and they have like a cream cheese and salmon bagel that has been like sliced and put into like a pre-packaged little container.
Could I have tuna pasta? Sorry.
Yeah.
Can I have the tuna pasta, please?
That's 1 gold for the, and it's like a fairly sizable portion as well. It is like a good lunch.
Anyone else?
Welcome to
Foods?
welcome to D&D, where we simulate your train lunch choices.
I'll have a nice pasta. I don't know what.
Okay.
Something light.
Kronk,
Okay,
do you want any food?
That sushi looks delectable.
Alright.
Constitution check. Let's go.
Ah,
Okay, Kronk gets the train sushi. Lilith,
There-
you get like a nice kind of like it's a cold Mediterranean pasta with beans and some rice, greens, that kind of thing. It's not
Anything
called a
else?
Mediterranean pasta because Mediterranean doesn't exist in this world, but it's that kind of thing.
That doesn't
If
exist.
there was a region where the Roman Empire might have been.
I'm guessing somewhere
If
near a
there was a Roman
theocracy.
Empire.
I'm gonna hand the woman 150 gold pieces and say thanks for putting up with us. And is there anything else? Or is it Jerry? Are you getting anything?
Does she give me the whiskey that I ordered before Geraldine decided to order?
No,
the rest
all of the whiskey is on my table,
I asked first.
and it sounds like you didn't get it.
Okay, well, you're
You-
literally at the table next to us, aren't you?
Yeah,
Like across the
why
aisle.
are you being a little bitch?
Because you're not going to give it to me. That's why.
Maybe you should ask. Okay, are you getting food though?
No.
I will say, she gave you a single, like, one of the small, like,
Cat's
individual
about
bottles.
to throw up on my lap.
Oh,
My lord,
Hold
no.
on. I have to figure out what's going on with Chewie. 1 second.
No problem.
Lord.
Drazian, she did give you one of the little, like, transport bottles of, like, whiskey.
No.
At which point, like, as you were kind of, like, unscrewing it and, like, pouring it into the little, like, plastic, cups you get on a train, and you turn your head, and you now just see 3 trays of alcohol on, the opposite table.
Fair. No,
Swipe some whiskey.
I just happily sit and sip at that.
Can I make a sleight of hand check to try to get Dre some of that whiskey?
He's not even asking, and if he doesn't know I'm upset at him yet, I don't know why he's being weird.
True. There's a little bit of metagaming going on both sides, so
Yeah.
Drazian would probably just try to reach over.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't stop you.
I
just
just wanted to
wanted
make
booze.
sure I got the whiskey that I was said
But
that
you
that I
didn't
wanted to-
ask.
I did. I
Oh,
asked
yes.
before you did.
No, but like
Yeah, no.
Okay, fine.
Drazian did.
I meant like you didn't ask like if you like could take some. Like I would assume you would have just taken some off the table. Like
Yeah. Drazian's just like, you know about the dragon, I can drink your alcohol.
exactly. Like if you're aloof to me being upset with you, then you would have
Yeah.
just grabbed the fucking booze.
Even if you weren't, wouldn't you?
Wouldn't
Like,
you? Wouldn't you?
I fucking.
But yes, so Drazian, are you getting any food?
No.
No. Okay, not a problem. As the lady kind of passes on, thanks you for the money and thanks you for like the what would be equivalent of a tip.
Yeah.
She continues on her way as you are now left with the consequences of your actions, as you now have 3 trays full of tiny alcoholic glass bottles that are rattling against each other as the train moves. So for the rest of the journey, you will just be hearing that.
Into the bag of holding, half of them go.
Two out of
Hey,
the
Tracy, how many do you think I could drink at one time?
I think you can get at least 15 down you, buddy.
What, like how many you think you could fit
15.
in your mouth at once of the little
Yeah,
bottles?
like- Yeah, just in me mouth, and then like go,
Go, like
just
toss your head back.
well with assistance from me
Hmm.
hands, so I can hold it there, right?
No look, ma, no hands.
Well, that's for later,
Yeah.
isn't it?
He has a really big bowl for him to just pour everything.
Right. I'm gonna pull the tankard out of my bag of holding and just start dumping some of the bottles into this for Kronk.
Kronk,
You have a tankard in there.
Kronk, I absolutely think you could drink 15 at once. You can do it, buddy.
15 at once. I think I could do it. Geraldine, do you
So, what
think?
after, like, if you're like throwing a bunch of the bottles to get rid of the glass noise, if you're throwing a bunch of bottles into the bag of holding, you've done like a little selection, and you've left yourself with small bottles of whiskey, small bottles of vodka, small bottles of gin, small bottles of rum, and small bottles of wine.
I think I'm gonna give Kronk the gin.
Okay, like all of it.
Don't matter to
All
me.
of it.
So you dump round about 18 small like travel size containers of gin into this tankard, which doesn't
My
really
popcorn
fill it
bucket.
up. Yeah, into your popcorn bucket, which doesn't really fill it up really at all. But it's still like what's that? 36 shots worth.
I mean, for Kronk, that's not too bad, right?
He is huge.
Like, that's
and
not
giant.
a death sentence, right?
I once watched a 300-pound football player completely just like chug a beer, and he had such a high metabolism that it just didn't affect him at all. It was crazy. It was bonkers, dude.
That's fair.
Is that
I'm gonna.
really that guy? But is that not normal? Because
Yeah.
we will chug pints over
Yeah,
here.
I was like, wait,
Oh,
I
okay,
chug
a
a beer
beer,
and I
no,
feel
like-
nothing.
A fifth, though. Like, if it's like a fifth of liquor,
Oh,
Yeah.
a fifth of liquor is different.
yeah.
I don't know a lot about alcohol.
Do you want a mixer, Kronk? I'm sure we can get you a. Are you just gonna?
Mixer? I hardly know her.
All right. And on that note, I'm just gonna slide the popcorn bucket towards Lilith to hand off to Kronk.
Just like a scoop, a handful of the berries, and just.
Oh yeah, I'll put
squeeze
some of
them.
the berries in the gin.
Berries and gin, berries and gin. I'm a big boy who loves berries and gin. And I just
Who's the
fucking.
bard now?
I just.
There's more merch ideas. Just a picture of
Berries
Kronk with
and
a-
Jane, berries and Jane. I'm
The
a big
popcorn
boy
bucket.
who loves berries and Jane.
Just.
Oh,
I just. Lick.
I think it's no coincidence that gin and berries is GB. Kronk.
Ooh.
I think that is exactly what a coincidence is.
That's exactly what the word means. That is
No.
exactly what the word means.
No, I'm with you on this one.
Holy shit.
Like, I let God
Hello,
do not play with
spooky.
dice and do not believe in
Kronk.
coincidence.
That is
Kronk.
not the last time GB's in my mouth. What?
roll a
Ooh.
Constitution saving throw for me.
Roll a Constitution saving throw. Saving throws. Constitution. Solid 15 for you.
You all watch as Kronk, puts all the breath out of his lungs, and then downs the container,
Ugh.
sets it down with like a dull thud on the table. The train rocks, and for a moment, all any of you can hear is the of the train traveling on the tracks. Kronk smiles at everybody for a second. And as he turns his head and looks at Geraldine, Kronk goes, and that is where we're going to end the session today.
I mean, Lilith is in front of me.
Kyler's also there, and I don't know about you guys, but whenever I spew, it's usually not a sniper shot. It's more like buckshot. It's like shotgun.
What the fuck is this? Wait, what did the saving throw need to be?
I made a 15, dude. I don't.
You also downed 36 shots of gin.
Yeah, I don't know why.
I'm a big guy, okay? I'm a big boy.
What would have passed it? Or maybe there was just no getting past this. Maybe no matter what, he was gonna puke.
Well, we've ended just as he's doing this. You guys don't know if
He
he's
could
gonna
swallow.
You might
You're
be
gonna
fine.
go-
He could swallow.
Boy, I love blueberries and gin.
With the mouthful that's left is just the blueberries.
He's
go-
going directly.
But it's somehow all blueberries.
Oh my god.
Like those cartoons where they like eat all the watermelons.
they're like
but,
bullets.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's fucking funny.
But that's where we're going to leave it for this week. And next week, whenever we start up, I will condense the train journey. Because I don't want you guys to feel like you have to fill like 3 hours of a train journey with all of your little minute actions. But at the start of next week, we will figure out what Kronk is going to do.
I think it's safe to say we're all drunk and now concerned.
See, I'm fine. Y'all go. Oh, I'm gonna be edge. Shot of whiskey. I'm like, my brother. We're about to go into battle. Like, have you considered doing some like Zen meditation in
Oh,
preparation
come
for
on,
killing?
Tyler.
Tyler just goes, "Oh yeah, I have a sheet." Just puts it up and covers his face.
Oh god.
Paladin level 4 casts Sanctuary.
Jesus.
Sorry, Lilith. Oh, I'm sorry, got it all over you. Here, I got some water in my inventory. I poured the holy water on Lilith.
Oh, great, awesome. Thank you so much.
I'm melting.
I'm just gonna
It's
burst into
fine.
flames, fucking asshole. Thanks.
We have ways around this. It'll be fine. Even if we are covered in gin and berries.
Well, with that bombshell,
Do you
we'll
have a red
see.
target?
Yeah. Yeah. Do we have a red?
I've checked the D&D tag and there's like loads of people live, so I'm gonna raid into someone. They're called the Worlds Guild. I just like kind of like the overlay and the art that they've got going on. So,
That's valid. That's valid as fuck.
we're gonna raid into them.
Woo!
Sweet.
Hell yes.
Also coming today?
Uploads will continue tomorrow, guys. Once I've figured out shit. But
Once
yeah.
you've deleted half the episodes, that's
Right.
No, we don't have to delete anything.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Right. Wave. Thanks very much for tuning in, guys. And we will see you all next Sunday.
Bye-bye.
Tuesday?
Bye.
Tuesday?
Oh, and
Tuesday.
we will be back for
Tuesday?
Table Talk Tuesday if people are able to join me, and then we will also be back on Sunday for next episode. Chat to you
yeah, I
later.
could probably do.
Wait,
Bye!
there we go. We have rated into these people. We'll
So
see
cute.
Cool art.
Wait, I do
I was
love this.
for the last like 5 seconds of that. I was. You can't see me.
Wait, I have a raid emote. Hold on.
Yep, it's
We
okay.
use the Eli ready mode or something.
I figured as soon as I said it.
But yeah.
Get this.
So
Probably unmute the site.
that was backwards in that one.
It's a session 0 too. Oh my god. Getting on the ground floor.
In the middle.
3D chess.
There was some really good moments in that session
That was
there.
fucking funny.
That was so funny.
For
I thought we were actually gonna get to stab something.
Me
No.
too.
We got
I miss
that close.
combat. I miss combat, but
I don't.
I won't be here next week. Also,
Wait, 1 second.
No, I'm
reminder.
wondering how we're gonna get around that. Do you want to ride on my shoulders the whole time?
Go 20 feet.
yeah, sure. I don't know.
So it's
Whatever needs to be done.
Perfect.
Yeah, I guess we'll figure out like whatever like makes the most sense.
What if Lilith got kidnapped immediately?
Also,
No.
I mean, so do you mind me asking why you won't be there?
What?
Do you mind me asking why you won't be there? If you don't want to answer, like, it's okay.
Oh no, I have a